Morning. Morning. Good morning, Miss Gold. Good morning, Mr. Gumola Abiodun. The mixer is on already. Mokibo Bwakwe Karo. Ekabo Surieto. Eja Tubara wa sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí. Yoruba nation no going back. Self-determination is not a crime. Share the program. My brother, TSG Nigeria Security. Insecurity in Yoruba land in Nigeria. Koikimedia, happy weekend to us. Nigeria lost the plot. It is time that we move away from Nigeria. Good morning, Rigu Giant. Koikimedia backup team. Good morning, everyone. Awalaman no Koyinbo to de. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yẹmí Fátókì, mo kí nísàlẹ̀ Èkó. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn Lagos Island. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn medias wa. Àwọn ni bàbá Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá Adamto. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, media tó dúró dáadáa. More volume. Okay. Volume yẹn dẹ̀ loud there. Bí a kì í yọ external mic in. And the mic is there. Volume. Let me check again. Mr. Adewale Ekarosa. Mr. Olawumi Omotosho mo kí gbẹ̀yìn ti pẹ́ kàn. Àwa la ní sí àgbẹ̀yìn. Mo kí gbogbo lélẹ̀ nǹkan sí. Àwọn ìṣọ̀dàlẹ̀. Slim Bash mo kí yín. Mo kí ẹ Easy l'Amẹ́ríkà. Mo kí ẹ gbẹ̀ ìyá wa. To give us latest. Mo ti wà lórí ètò ṣé kí n ti bá ṣe tán mọ́ mi. Mo fẹ́ bọ́ sórí program mi. Ẹ má bínú bá tètè ń kókó gbọ́ láì. Mo sọ̀rọ̀ yìí sí i. Màá pè é bá ṣe tán. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi. Ṣé dáadáa la jí. Ismaila, bá mi check. Okay, ó ti perfect dáadáa nísìn. Okay. Keep in touch. Let me know how the mic is doing in the mix LR. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá káàkiri. Ṣàlàáfíà mo tó bá yín. I just woke up not too long ago, you know. Àsìkò yóò ń ṣe ìgbà tí àwọn máa sùn, ní àwọn máa dàtọ̀. ara sùn díẹ̀ níwọ̀nba wà tètè dìde torí ọmọ tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà Ọlọ́run economy gbogbo ẹ̀ everything ló ń ṣe wá nílùú yẹn. Mo kí gbogbo ẹni tá wà ní Ivory Coast, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Yorùbá ló máa pọ̀ nínú broadcast àárọ̀ yìí. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin councillors wa káàkiri níbikíbi tí ẹ wà ní ten represent wa, you know. Àwọn kan ṣì ń represent wa as Nigerians because IT ní country tiwa officially. So that means ẹ máa gbọ́ member of parliament ní UK, member of parliament l'Amẹ́ríkà, ní gbogbo ibikíbi tó lúkálùkù wá wà. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó bad níbẹ̀ because it has always been like that. Kó tó di pé àwa kan wá jáde pé Yorùbá country la fẹ́. Okay, kò jáde dáadáa, I don't know, you know, and it's meant to be a very powerful. A ní láti ra mic mi, ó yà pé lè tí mic check. Bó ti ní skoin lórí, bí a kì í dẹ̀ yọ kúrò. Ẹ bá mi check nísìnyí, mo ti yọ ilé kúrò. It's meant to be a good one, a máa rà mí. Ìnáwó pọ̀ níwájú wa náà ni, so àdẹ̀ ráhùn tó fún wa lówó tó pọ̀. Ẹ bá gbé bí £20,000 fún wa nísìnyí, nítorí a máa dún lórí Koikimedia. Akọjá ti CNN àti BBC. Mo ti yọ ilé kúrò, bá ń lọ check again, Ogunmola. So we're using the mic from the laptop now. So I hope that should be much better. Let me know. Ṣé sound yẹn jáde dáadáa? Mo wo comment section MixLR. So let me know. Mo tún kí gbogbo wa, mo kí gbogbo lé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a kú weekend. As you all know, I'm streaming from a mobile studio. That means inú ilé ni mo ti ń stream. So there will be some noise at the background. Kò sí nǹkan tá lè ṣe sí. So this is not Al Jazeera. Can manage it. Ẹ má bínú. So hopefully we will get a very good mic. Mo ti rán àwọn kan, but owó ní tóun bá sínlé, má sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ kó ṣe ọbẹ̀ ẹ̀fọ́ fún ẹ. Tẹ̀ní káwọn èèyàn fún wa lówó. So ẹ má bínú, ẹ má kódà MixLR yẹn gan ó ní problem lánàá, a ṣe resolve ẹ quickly torí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ máa ń gbọ́ lórí MixLR láti fi save data. Èmi náà ṣì ń pín program yẹn, so èmi ò kánjú. So tí bó bá ń play àwọn nǹkan tá a máa ń play yẹn, time tí ẹkẹ́yìn náà bá wa share program. Innovate, ó mà tójọ́ mẹ́ta, my brother, ìyàwó àtọmọ ńkọ́, Great Yoruba Nation, mo kí yín ẹ káàárọ̀ sà. So èmi náà ń pín program lọ́wọ́, ẹ̀yin náà pín program yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ ká kí ni Tinubu sọ? Ṣé ká gbọ́rọ̀ Tinubu díẹ̀? Ìdàgbọ́n tó sọ.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
Tinubu náà ń rò pé ọ̀nà míì máa wà. Ayọ̀mí Kúndáméjì, mo ti jẹ́ ìta Amẹ́ríkà sílẹ̀, mo jẹ́ kẹ́ tún sùn. Èmi náà sùn mọ́jú. Ẹ má bínú, bó ṣe máa lọ náà nìyẹn. Mo kẹ́yìn ti China. A ní àwọn èèyàn ní China. Innovate, ṣàlàáfíà ni àwọn family wa. Ọlọ́run dúró tiẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Mo rí pé bàbá Èkìtì náà ti jáde. Kò ní sú wa, kò ní rẹ̀ wá. Tẹ́yìn kan bá ń rò kó sú wa, ìgbà yẹn la máa dìde. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Abíọ́dún George, mo recognize yín lánàá, ẹ má bínú, bọ̀ ẹ rí pé mo comment padà sí orí message yín. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn journalists wa tí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ tó yẹ pé fún díkan àbí díkejì wọ́n lè sọ ọ̀rọ̀ báwa ṣe ń sọ, but wọ́n ṣe gbìyànjú tí wọ́n quietly. Mo kí bàbá wa Ògúndọ́là, mo kí bàbá wa Professor Adébánjí ọmọ Akíntóyè, Adékúnlé Junior. Ó ní friend brother wa kan náà tájọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìrìn àjò yìí. Olórúkọ tóun náà ń jẹ́ nìyẹn kó tó di pé wọ́n tẹ̀lé Dúpẹ́ ní 3419. Àwọn kan máa ní káyé máa sọ̀rọ̀ Dúpẹ́ mọ́. Mo ní ó sì wà relevant ká máa sọ torí pé olórí burúkú olóṣè obìnrin àjẹni tó wọnú movement tó ní èmi ò kí ní ẹgbẹ́ o, mo kí ní ẹgbẹ́ o, wèrè. Mo rí pé media ní dárúkọ yẹn kò relevant. Mo rí pé yẹn ti ń wà frustrated lórí program. Adélé kọ́ oko lónìí. Adélé ní kọ̀ọ̀kan lẹ máa rí ẹ̀yin wèrè. Ẹ̀yin jáde tẹ́ ẹ̀ níbọn. Sójà Nàìjíríà máa fìbọn léyìn wọlé ni. Olóyè Ìgbòho Òòṣà, ẹkùn ọkọ̀ federal government. Àwọn wọn ní káyọ̀ máa pè bẹ́ẹ̀. Dádì tí ẹni mo bá pè bẹ́ẹ̀. Ama BTC ṣàlàáfíà ló wà jàre. So èmi sì ń pín program yẹn, ẹ̀yin náà pín. Èmi ò lówó tí mo fi fún anybody, but abarẹ́ni tí ó fi fún wa lówó èmi àgbà. Wọ́n ṣe tún send message kan sí mi báyìí. Hello sir, there's an accident along Idiroko. Ó ṣe ń dọ́wọ́ mi báyìí. Mo ní a lot of correspondent. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré pé nìyẹn. Ká gbọ́ kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Idiroko. Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú. Ọba Elédùmarè kó má jàrí dààmú, kó má jàrí wàhálà. Mo wà lórí live program. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Idiroko? Because mo ṣe go live ni. Ẹ káàárọ̀. Kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Idiroko báyìí o? Gbogbo àwọn Koiki correspondent. A dẹ̀ sanwó fún yín. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ sọ fún wa, ẹ wà live lórí program àwọn èèyàn gbọ́, ẹ má dárúkọ yín. Sáwọn èèyàn kú. Èèyàn 5 ló kú. Àwọn mọ́tò yẹn wà nínú odò bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Hey, Ọlọ́run máa ṣàánú wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá o. So ṣé ẹ̀yin wà lọ́nà area yẹn ni àbí báwo lẹ́yìn ṣe mọ̀ sá àbí àdúgbò yẹn lẹ́ ń gbé sá? Okay. So ẹ jẹ́ ká torí pé information time fún wa live correspondent ni so máa wà important ká gba details yẹn dáadáa. Bí aago mélòó làwọn tí wọ́n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lójú wọn kó tó di pé ẹ̀yin débẹ̀ bí time wo là ń sọ ẹ̀ because aago. Oh, alẹ́ àná ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Hello. Mo ní ṣálẹ́ àná ló ṣẹlẹ̀ àbáàrọ̀ yìí. Hello sir. After 11. Kí lẹ́yìn rò pé ó fà ṣé títì tó dáná àbí iná àbí kí lẹ́ rò pé ó fà? Wow. Ó ga o. Tó Ọlọ́run àforíjì àwọn tó kú, Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú àwọn àtakò láyé. Ẹ ṣé gan ni brother mi, thank you so much. Màá pè yín lẹ́yìn ètò again, ẹ ṣé gan fún live information tẹ́ fún wa yìí. Thank you so much. Mo ti rí màá send sáwọn media wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí láti kọ report jáde. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. Ara ikú tó ń wọlé wá pa wá díẹ̀díẹ̀ náà nìyẹn. Òun lẹ gbọ́ yẹn live. So just for mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ láti wò kí make sure pé nǹkan tá lè show yín ni. So that is it there. You can see that is the accident. So mo máa post it sórí Twitter wa. So ẹni tó bá wà lórí Twitter mi Ari. While I'm doing that, because this happened last night according to the report tó ṣe ń wọlé báyìí. Èèyàn 3 ló wà nínú Márúwá, èèyàn 2 wà nínú Sienna. Wọ́n ní wọ́n ti jó bọ́dì wọn kúrò nínú ẹ̀. Kọba Elédùmarè kó jọ nínú àánú ẹ̀ nínú ọlá ẹ̀ kó má jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ ìròyìn ìbàjẹ́, but kò sí nǹkan tá lè ṣe sí yẹn. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá níyẹn kò ní sí ìròyìn ìbàjẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà, irọ́ là ń pa fúnra wa. Àìtí ṣetán láti accept reality. Ṣẹ́jẹ́ ń send sínú media group wa kọ́kọ́ report lé lórí. So gbogbo àwọn information yẹn á jù sínú àwọn ẹni tó bá sí nínú Koikimedia ibi tá ti ń ju information wá sí á jẹ́ pé follow wa back to back nìyẹn. So ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ fáwọn ọmọ wa kó kọ report. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ lọ kí olóyè Ìgbòho ká lọ kí dáadáa torí pé nítorí tó fi jáde tó fi nǹkan ẹ̀ náà sílẹ̀ kò ń ṣe kékeré rárá. Àwa la ní sí àgbẹ̀yìn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Abíọ́dún George bàbá wa Tíámì mo kí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wọlé ẹ pín ètò mass b mórí ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ mo kí ẹ pé káàbọ̀ sórí ètò mo ń bọ̀ mo ì tí dé. Ìkan náà mídíà ni máa tún pè yín nísìn tó máa kọ̀ fi béèrè ìbéèrè bíi méjì tó lè fi kọ rìpọ́ọ̀tì yẹn dáadáa tó máa pè yín nísìn sá. ara ṣe tá à ń ṣe lójoojúmọ́ ní ẹ̀kọ́ lóun kó ṣàánú rẹ̀.
Ọmọ onílé ọ̀la àwọn àjòjì tó ń ṣe ségesège tọ́láwọn oníbomi tó sí mu wọ́n láwọn oníbomi sọ̀yàwó ẹsẹ̀ ìgbà lójú kò fi rí nǹkan gbogbo wọn náà sáré bomi kó sí mu wọ́n sì bomi sọ̀yàwó ẹsẹ̀ ọmọ abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta òde ayé ọ̀kan ṣẹ́ ọ̀kan tẹ̀ ọ̀kan tó kù ní gbogbo ayé lọ́jọ́ kiri gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá Sunday Igboho onírẹ̀lẹ̀ láéláé torí àgbà lásán ní bàńdà òkúta òṣègbè fún wọn o ìmọ̀ràn lásán ní ti balùwẹ̀ ó bọ́ sí kókó dòdò láyé ń bí ó kún díẹ̀ kí kọ́ domi láéláé tó ilé domi Sunday Igboho arógun má ti bí tó ń jà fẹ́tọ̀ Yorùbá ní tilẹ̀ tó kó.
tó ẹ má bínú mo sáré sọ fún àwọn tí mo àkọ́kọ́ report lé lórí quickly mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ànírí ìbànújẹ́ kò sọgbọ́n ẹ̀ torí pé Nàìjíríà ìbànújẹ́ ni Juliet tó sì mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti ń wọlé ní méjì mẹ́ta sí inú ètò tààrọ̀ tí a tó fẹ́ bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe máa ń ṣe lórí ìkànnì tiwa. Ìkànnì yìí ni ìkànnì tí à ń ṣe analysis in details so that kí ó lè yé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìdí tí a ṣe ń sọ pé a fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. A ṣì wà lórí topic tá à ń bá lọ topic yẹn la máa sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí for a very long time. Mo kí àwa Grace Olúṣòótọ́ ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò bàbá mi Ṣeun Lawal ẹ káàárọ̀ bàbá wa ọmọ Ọlábísí Mr. Ṣeun Lawal wọn ní ẹ káàárọ̀ àwa náà kí n pé ṣé dáadáa ni èyí náà jí Ajíbóyè Najimun Sangolade mo kí yín sà bàbá wa Dédoyin Ẹ̀bùn ẹ pín ètò yẹn kó lè bá kárí ilé Qualitech ṣáàdáfíà ló jí Yorùbá la máa sọ tó pọ̀ jù but ìtorí program tí mò ń ṣe in terms of the topic ó difficult láti gbé kalẹ̀ ní èdè Yorùbá kò ń ṣe pé a lè sọ lédè Yorùbá but Yorùbá tèmi ìgẹ́ta sí bí ìwọ̀n bàtà bá lè sọ ni gbogbo èèyàn ni ó ń ríran ní Nàìjíríà ẹja kọ́kọ́ play anthem àká tó máa tẹ̀síwájú torí pé a ti ṣe almost 18 minutes ká má fi gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe àwàdà mò ń bọ̀ mo ti dé.
Tẹ̀síwájú ọ̀pọ̀ ire àtọ̀hún tó dára.
Ọmọ bèbè wa.
Ọmọ Odùwà dìde. Ọtí ipò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà bá ní nǹkan kan tí ẹ fẹ́ bá wa sọ láti ilé tó jẹ́ pé ó wà urgent tí ẹ fẹ́ communicate pẹ̀lú Mr. Koikimedia pé Mr. Koiki àwọn Fúlàní ṣẹ̀ wọnú àdúgbò wa ó ṣe kókó pé tẹ bá ti ń fún wa ní report bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ mọ date and time ìyẹn làwa náà ṣe máa ń wo aago sọ́wọ́ torí pé it is important to document things with date and time ẹ rí i pé mo ní time lókè mo máa ń wo time mo máa ń wo ti bíbá but ó máa ń dá kí aago wà lọ́wọ́ so tẹ bá ń bá wa ṣe report fún ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ torí pé a lot of things are happening especially ní àwọn agbègbè kan tí a mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n ń tètè jẹ́ kí a gbọ́ so tí ẹ̀yin náà bá gbọ́ pé ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ tètè fún wa ní report yẹn ní yàjóyàjó káwa lè tètè gbé síta torí pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ news ní Nàìjíríà but kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn náà ló ń gbọ́ news tá a bá gbé jáde but at least so and that is the reason why we are doing our best, you know, from the media perspective. Ẹ má bínú mo ṣe ń kọ rìpọ́ọ̀tì kékeré ká fi gbé ti full report jáde. Ẹja gbọ́lé gbogbo èèyàn ló ti ń ríran ní Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe ń wọlé pín ètò yẹn. I don't normally say that before, but you know it is just worth saying it because at the end of the day it helps to push the message out. The biggest interview of all time, ẹni tó báyìí tí wò ẹ lọ download the video yẹn mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa lọ wò Tucker Carlson àti president Russia interview tó ní agbára tó ní kìmí ẹrù pọ̀ nínú ẹ̀. Bí mo ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí 10 million people ló ti wo interview yẹn. A máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa interview yẹn díẹ̀ again láàárọ̀ èmi ti wò ó mo tún máa tún wò dáadáa 10 million people gbogbo oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tó sọ níbẹ̀ ni ó ṣe kókó ló ṣe pàtàkì. Bọ́ká tó tẹ̀síwájú ṣé wọn náà máa ń ríran ó ṣọ́ pé kò ń ṣe pé ibi ló ń pẹ́ ẹ̀dá gbọ́n tí bàbá yìí sọ mò ń bọ̀.
Èmi náà sì mọ̀ yín. Èmi táwọn àwọn èsì pásítọ̀ o, wọ́n sì sáfà, àmọ́ mo lẹ́bùn ràn. Ẹ máa ríran. Màmá ẹ ríran. Mo ṣe bọ̀ látọ̀ ọ̀kan tí mo wò yín. Làmú mi rí i pé gbẹ̀gbẹ̀rẹ̀ yín nínú gbẹ̀gbẹ̀ kiri. Ó sì rí ẹni ìgbé kiri. Ọba ẹbí ló ń parí. Èmi náà ti ìjà kan. Bí mo bá pẹ́, ìfẹ́ tó rí ẹ̀fọ́ ga mi pé wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ní fọ́ọ̀tì.
Ṣẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí aláyé ẹ̀ náà sọ ó ní òun gan sọ fún ọ̀gá òun pé mọ́tò ẹ̀ gan ó ní fault òun náà máa ríran. Ó ṣọ́ pé gbogbo ohun tó ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà máa da ó ṣọ́ pé kò ń ṣe pé nǹkan kan rán pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Àwa tá à ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà ò ní da ẹ̀yin náà lè sọ pé ṣé kò ń ṣe pé kankan rán pẹ̀lú wa but tá bá jọ wá gbé evidence síta tá bá jọ wo evidence indices, statistics, future, history. Àwa méjèèjì náà lè argue pé Nàìjíríà máa da kò ní da ìkànnì méjèèjì ni. So tèmi bá sọ pé Nàìjíríà ò ní da ìwọ náà ní right láti sọ pé Nàìjíríà máa da but intamajọ wá ṣe ni pé àjọ wá gbé yẹ̀wò ní àwọn nǹkan tí àwa fi ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà ò da àti nǹkan tí wọn náà sọ pé Nàìjíríà máa fi da. Ó sure pé ìran tó ń rí future Nigeria máa bright ó máa yẹ kí èèyàn kan máa sọ fún ẹ pé future Nigeria máa bright. Gbogbo àwọn bàbá tó ń sọ bàbá Adébánjọ nísìn kọ́lọ̀ fún lálàáfíà 95 years old as at last week a gbọ́ pé bàbá yẹn ó rẹ̀ díẹ̀ kọ́lọ̀ túbọ̀ fún lálàáfíà. Tá bá wo Bọ̀dé George àgbà ti dé tó bá wo àwọn tágbà ò tí ì dèrò àwọn Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá nísìn àwọn sì ń jayé owó Nàìjíríà ní gbogbo wọn ná inú Nàìjíríà ní Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá ti rí owó tiẹ̀ òye nísìn the same thing pẹ̀lú Dangote tó bá lọ ń fara wá àwọn yẹn àwọn yẹn ló máa sọ pé Nàìjíríà ti dá tó bá lọ rí money òye nísìn á ní Nàìjíríà ti dá gbogbo náà ni ọkàn máa ń ní olówó ni wọn àmọ́ bó ṣe rówó wọn torí pé gbogbo wọn kò ń ṣe àmọ́ source of the real money. Blood money ti pọ̀ nínú Nàìjíríà, drug money ti pọ̀, cocaine money ti pọ̀, but owó tó pọ̀ jù nínú Nàìjíríà òun lówó Nàìjíríà tó fi ń pè ní resources Nàìjíríà. ṣùgbọ́n àwọn kan wọ́n ti ń jẹ owó yẹn ti pẹ́ so owó yẹn nísìnyí wọ́n ti wá convert àwọn ṣe okay 2 dead after a small plane attempt emergency landing ó náà pé yẹn ni Wálé ń sọ fún mi lánàá ní Florida so kò síbi tí kò kí n sí accident mo get notification ni so ẹ má rò pé accident máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nìkan ní Nàìjíríà it happens almost everywhere around the world. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí so ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa ń ríran pé Nàìjíríà máa dá ẹ ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀ mìràwọ̀. Mo kí bàbá mi Adédayọ̀ Ibrahim ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tẹ́ máa fi wá rẹ́rìn ìyẹn bí a nígbà kan mo rò pé nìkan kan fi Yorùbá Nation campaign rẹ́ni mọ́ nísìn I don't think so. Bí àṣà system Yorùbá wo a ní ṣó ń clear ṣó ti clear ẹ ṣọ́ọ̀pù ń clear bí a nígbà tá a kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ so ẹni tó bá fẹ́ wo update àwọn àwòrán tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ibi tán ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ lè lọ sórí X mi tán pè ní Twitter mo ti post video mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta síbẹ̀ ẹni tó bá wà lórí status mi ẹ̀yin náà láǹfààní àti rí interpost èmi ò lówó tí mo fẹ́ ní kankan èyí tí mo ní tí mo lè fún ọmọ Yorùbá òun ni mo gbé dání Mr. Koiki ẹ̀gbẹ́ ń dùn mí ọmọ mi fẹ́ kú mo need mo lówó èmi náà ní family tó need the support tó pọ̀ so can you switch off that light this one that one there no not this one that one there so okay Mumba, I'm gonna come out. What do you want to eat? Ṣẹ̀gbọ́n inú ilé nìyẹn ọmọ kékeré bí ń pa gbọ́dọ̀ jẹun. What do you want to eat? Okay, I'm coming. Ọmọ kékeré gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ pé bí ń pa òun nínú ilé kíyàn máa mú ìró òun nísìn tí tó bá ní bí ń pa òun nísìn mo lè ní mo ríran pé àsìkò títò láti jẹun irọ́ ni mo pa jẹ́ pé ló ń jẹnu ilé nìyẹn but Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí tiwa rí bẹ́ẹ̀. I am 6,000 kilometers away just like ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà labroad but èmi máa ń sọ pé kò sí yàtọ̀ láàrin gbogbo wa. Èmi náà lè wà Nàìjíríà kí n jẹ́ àgbèrò mo lè wà Nàìjíríà kí n máa bá àwọn ọmọ ní mọ́tò ṣe kódà èmi gan lè ti gba ṣé kí lẹ máa ń pè junction láwọn pé junction àwọn èèyàn máa ń fẹ́ gbà ẹ bá ti rí àtẹ̀lẹ́ ọ̀kadà bíi 10 bíi 20 tó ń gba àdúgbò yẹn kọjá ẹ fáwọn náà ní junction ká máa deliver mo dẹ̀ lè wà Nàìjíríà náà kí n wà òkè mo dẹ̀ lè wà Nàìjíríà so many things would have happened so kò ń ṣe pé tó dáwà wà ní outside Nigeria àwa dàbí ẹni tí ó fẹ́ sọ nǹkan fẹ́yìn pé tó bá ti rí báyìí kò ní rí báyìí no ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó wà níta tó ń try láti present rẹ̀ better than ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà nínú ilé ẹ ṣọ́ra fún ọmọ Yorùbá bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ ṣọ́ra fún wọn ó kọ̀ jẹ́ pé bí àwọn family wa kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣe rí future Nigeria ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn bí ìyá tèmi ṣe rí future Nigeria òun ló gbé mi kúrò Nigeria bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe rí future Nigeria bóyá àwọn parents ń sọ fún yín pé Nigeria máa dáa kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tó bad níbẹ̀ táwọn parents wa bá sọ torí pé n tó rò pé ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ni as at 1980 ni pé mọ̀ sí mi máa travel mo máa ń sọ ní gbogbo ìgbà kó tó bí èmi ní 1970 gbogbo iná lẹ mọ̀ èjì mi ni mọ̀ sí mi ti kó tó bí mi kó tó gbé ọmọ alálàpọ̀ ọmọ lóyún mi ni mọ̀ sí mi ti travel and that time Nigeria was okay Nigeria was okay làwọn ìyá yẹn travel and they were moving with good money I'm talking about serious money làwọn ìyá yẹn fi travel no be small money I'm talking about as at that time up to $60,000 so but ó dé stage kan after tí wọ́n ti ń ṣòwò yẹn and she was also working just like bẹ́yìn náà àwọn parents wa kan they went straight into working àwọn kan tẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ó yẹ káwọn ṣe business though àwọn kan set up industries brother mi kan ṣe kúrò ní London tí wọ́n bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n kó àwọn wọ́n máa manufacture níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn ní níjẹ̀bú big manufacturing company but kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ it collapsed because ṣe rí ibi tí wọ́n bá ti ń gbé òkè ní Nàìjíríà èmi ń produce eléyìí níwọ̀n bá tí mo lè ṣe bóyá 10,000 là ń ṣe ní company wa bóyá 1 million wọ́n wá allow kẹ́lòmíì máa kó lè wá láti ta automatically business inú Nàìjíríà yẹn ó máa fold up ó dẹ̀ máa fold up very fast because China lọ ti máa lọ kó lè wá that means pé ẹni tó lọ kó wá kó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ó sọ́ọ̀sì fún owó ara ẹ̀ ni government ìlú yẹn tá à ń pè ní Nàìjíríà kò support èmi tèmi ń produce ẹ̀ nínú ilé èmi gan lẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ fún ní support èmi gan ṣe rí UK mo like UK gan ìgbà tí mo lọ sí business summit kan gbogbo iná lè rí event yẹn wọ́n ní àwọn lè fún mi ní support o ìyẹn government ìlú yìí but support ọ̀fẹ́ fún mi ni pé n tí mo fẹ́ máa ṣe yẹn eye percentage ẹ̀ ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ láti inú bíbá ni mo ti máa produce ẹ̀ tí bá ti lè máa produce percentage yẹn then okay city boy ẹ lè fún mi ní information ẹ nísìn okay ṣé gan ni brother mi so ọ máa pè yín kan náà tí mi máa pè yín láti kọ̀mú gẹ́ẹ̀tì òkè ọ̀tà road lẹ́pẹ́ ẹ ṣé gan ni yẹ mo ti post ẹ̀ sórí Twitter. Thank you so much sir, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Àwọn freelance correspondent tá à ń sanwó fún làwọn yẹn, ẹ ṣé gan ni, we appreciate. Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú yín, mo appreciate ẹ gan. So now kí ló dé tí Nigeria ò allow production tó jẹ́ pé alike ká máa import wọlé? It is a fact that wọ́n mọ̀ dájú pé àwa Yorùbá fẹ́ produce ni. A fẹ́ produce tomato, a fẹ́ produce oúnjẹ tá a máa jẹ, a fẹ́ produce nǹkan tá a fẹ́ máa lò. Ẹ máa gbọ́ Odutola tires, a máa gbọ́ kinní kan, you know, so many factories, gbogbo wọn ti fold up nísìn. Kò wá ń ṣe Èkó ní àwọn factories yẹn wà, torí pé ó dàbí ìlú iná ni. London wà choked, but tó bá ti ń gbéra lọ sí West Midland, àwọn tó ń gbé ní West Midland ní England, wọ́n mọ ibi tí mò ń sọ, láti Birmingham, Leicester, gbogbo bẹ̀ yẹn ni factory wà tó ti ń operate. So yẹn la ṣe máa ń sọ pé gbogbo ọ̀nà Ogun State lọ sókè lọ́hùn the factory wà níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn kó tó di pé wọ́n da gbogbo ẹrù. But ìbéèrè tó jẹ́ kí wọ́n wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ pé àwọn tó ń campaign tán náà fẹ́ pín Nàìjíríà yìí, kí ni wọ́n rí, kí ni wọ́n ń rò lọ́kàn ara wọn tó fi ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀? Torí pé wọ́n máa ń ní, ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà náà lè máa ń ní, tí kò bá nídìí obìnrin ò kì í jẹ́ kó mólú. Òwe àwọn àgbà ni. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, brother mi Ayọ̀mí Kúndámíjù ni Nigeria is now èmi kọ́ ló mọ̀, ẹnìkan ló mọ̀. Yorùbá yẹn ò yé mi dáadáa. Nigeria is now ẹnìkan ló mọ̀. Anyway, I'm sure pé yàtọ̀ bàbá mi retype ẹ̀ màá ní understanding ẹ̀. But coming back to the reality gangan, ibi tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, many ọmọ Yorùbá láàárọ̀ yìí wọ́n rò pé right politician ni láti oppress wọn, kò ń ṣe right politician. Politician take advantage nítorí pé wọ́n jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin gangan lẹ ní ìlú. Irú ọ̀dọ̀ wa níbí báyìí nísìn, election tó ń bọ̀ nísìn, wọ́n mọ̀ pàwọ́ lá nílùú. So àwọn tó jẹ́ olóṣèlú wa ní UK, they are always concerned. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé a mọ right wa against ẹni tó mọ right ẹ̀, because ìlú tí information tó bá ti hold it back, just like bí olórí burúkú ọmọ àlè Fẹ́mi Gbàjàbíàmílà tó ń sọ nísìnyí pé kó control social media, the same social media táwọn lò nígbà táwọn PDP wà níbẹ̀. Àwọn mọ̀ pé bó ṣe máa ń rí nìyẹn. In any government, sí níjọba military, sí níjọba military, ìjọba alágbádá, ìbágbádá ni Tinubu ń wọ̀ káàkiri. So kí lẹ wá ń complain fún? Ẹ̀yin lẹ máa ṣe tí aráàlú ń béèrè. Bọ̀kẹ́ wa máa sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ control the narratives. It is not going to be possible. Ẹnìkan ló mọ̀ means that anyone Nigeria happen to, okay, ẹni tí Nigeria bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ló mọ̀, okay, all right. Ẹni tí Nigeria bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ló mọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ọmọgbọ́láwọn Ọba tó tójọ́ mẹ́ta, wọ́n ní Nigerian government does not support any local production from the angle of agriculture perspective, let alone other sectors. And this is the argument. Táwọn kan bá ní Nigeria ṣe máa dáa. Ìbéèrè wa ni pé ǹjẹ́ the current administration àti tó ti lọ àti tó ti ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ rí títí dé Ọbásanjọ́ kátẹ̀ mú láti 1999, lóòótọ́ a máa ń gbọ́ pé wọ́n ní production máa wà oríṣiríṣi. Ẹ má bí mo fi start Twitter space, bó tẹ̀jẹ̀ yàn méjì mẹ́ta náà la bá mọ́ níbẹ̀, ààrẹ náà ni àbí wọ́n ní ara àjàlẹ̀ yín wà. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa pé ẹ tún káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Àwọn oníṣẹ́ méjì, iṣẹ́ méjì tí mo ní òun náà ni Yorùbá Nation. Ọmọ ẹ̀ ti lọ sókè, wọ́n máa fi padà wá nísìnyí, wọ́n á tún béèrè oúnjẹ yẹn. So let us come back into why. Ṣé àwọn reason gan ni a ṣe ń sọ pé àjọṣepọ̀ àwa àti Nàìjíríà kò dàbí pé ó dán mọ́rán. The relationship between àwa, talawa, our indigenous people. Ká tẹ̀ agree pé Nigerians ló ń pè wá. Why is it taking so long to resolve the production in Yoruba land? To boost more production across the 36 states. Let's even work with Nigeria. We got to work with Nigeria. When we can see the trajectory, we kakaki income grow on decline. And I'm going back to as far back as 1999. Let's work with something. Let's see this. 1999. No, 1991. In the 10th of it, February 2024. 1991, season, títí dé 2024. How many years in mass? Sorry if it's in the comment section. This is an interactive platform, and sometimes I know my throw questions in. At least lecturers have a question. Lower students. 1991, títí di wákàtí. 1991. How many years in here? Talomo. Arento mass. Round for that mass. I want to one in school. Round question, but let's say the answer. Elomi if you calculator. Arento mo. 1991. Latin kan areni kan fi sínú comment section. Ẹ kàn fẹ́ ká máa sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀yin ò fẹ́ interact. Ẹ̀rọ kò easy àbí. All right. I will comment. No interaction. No engagement. That means we're engaging here. I've added to engage kápá program kó kúkú lọ sùn padà. Ẹ kúkú bẹ̀ mí kí n wá sórí live. In tó bá ti jẹ́ live, tá ń béèrè, ẹ̀yin náà bá wá fi sínú comment section. All right. Ọmọ tèmi ti fẹ́ sọ̀kalẹ̀ then lọ́wọ́ kan tó máa jẹ. You're not using the phone anymore. Are you still hungry or later?
I'm hungry.
On toast?
No.
Yeah. You want me to make toast?
Yeah.
All right.
Chocolate.
With hot chocolate. Okay. All right. I just can lotion your phone, no. So, I just can't call lotion. More important. I just want coffee. At least I can play video to Baba Kintoye to sense me. I think we can use that video continuously. Tabata yokuro lori page me komata and kuku money, but or 10 years so will make sense there. Number more comment money saying you so because my didn't say I shouldn't just for my tone to so I'm just gonna play something and then I'll come back on my seat. Advance in color. Let me put this one behind.
That have successfully separated and developed economically. The USA, for instance, split from the UK in 1776 and has since grown into one of the world's leading economies. Belgium, too, separated from the Netherlands in 1830 and has thrived since then. And who can forget Singapore, who split from Malaysia in 1965, allowed it to transform into a global financial hub. One might argue that separation is an avenue for healthy competition for development. Cases in are Singapore and Malaysia, India and Pakistan, and the triad of Norway, Denmark, and Switzerland. Each of these separations has led to a surge in development, with each nation striving to outdo the others. In the course of history, several nations have chosen the path of peaceful separation. East Timor, for instance, split off from Indonesia in 2002, marking a new chapter in its history. Similarly, Ireland severed ties with the United Kingdom in 1921, leading to the establishment of the Irish Free State. In 1944, Iceland chose to peacefully separate from Denmark, demonstrating that nations could part ways without resorting to violence. This tradition of peaceful separation was also evident in 1905 when Norway and Sweden decided to go their separate ways. One of the most notable examples, however, is the partition of the British India Dominion into India and Pakistan in 1947. Although plagued by communal violence, the actual process of partition was carried out through peaceful means, highlighting that even in the most challenging circumstances, peaceful separation is possible. These examples underscore the fact that nations can honorably separate from each other, fostering an environment of mutual respect and understanding. But let's not forget, separation is not about war. It's about recognizing when a union no longer serves its purpose and making the decision to opt out, just as Ireland did with the United Kingdom in 1921, and as Iceland did with Denmark in 1944 with remarkable ease. It's about giving peace a chance and separating honorably. Countries have also found power in rejecting the names imposed on them by colonizers. Burma became Myanmar, Upper Volta transformed into Burkina Faso, and Gold Coast emerged as Ghana. Each of these nations took control of their identity, and in doing so, set the stage for their own development. So what does all this mean for Nigeria? It could mean that a peaceful separation is the key to resolving the current ethnicity crisis and spurring economic development. It could mean that a friendly competition between the North, West, and East could lead to significant progress for all. In summary, history shows us that peaceful separation can lead to economic development and resolution of ethnic crises. It shows us that there's nothing wrong with opting out of a union that no longer serves its purpose, and that doing so can, in fact, lead to a surge in growth and development. It shows us that taking control of one's identity, as many countries have done by rejecting their colonial names, can be a powerful catalyst for change. This then could be the roadmap for solving the Nigerian ethnicity crisis and spurring economic development. It's a path that requires courage and conviction, but one that could lead to a brighter future for all Nigerians. As we continue our exploration, we must understand that this proposition is not just a call for separation, but a comprehensive plan, a clarion call for Nigeria to embark on a transformative journey. The potential benefits of separation and restructuring are vast, and they include fostering lasting peace, regional autonomy, and collective prosperity. This transformative journey is about acknowledging the past, understanding the present, and shaping a better future. It's about recognizing that unity does not necessarily mean uniformity, but can also mean diversity in unity. It's about understanding that separation does not necessarily mean disintegration, but can also mean restructuring for better functionality. As we move forward, it's crucial for Nigeria to consider these possibilities, to weigh the potential benefits against the potential drawbacks, and to make decisions that serve the best interests of its people. This is not just a journey for Nigeria, but a journey for every Nigerian, a journey towards a brighter future, a journey towards a new dawn. Blood sugar problems. Try adding one unusual ingredient to a glass of water.
I'm at MBTB by Muma Padawa. Sorry, another form of a play of an Ibiba. Sorry about that. Now, Ejawa Bonkwati Babawa Nijono Long, Colon Fon Kebaba and Uncle Bola Ige. Eja Bonkwatan was so because we take party breakfast in the kitchen then. So Tiba Pada day, I will comment. So Ejakawa play Uncle Bola Ige. Agree pé into òyìnbó yẹn sọ separation or mean pé anything than it could even be an opportunity to restart torí pé Nigeria could work but ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ rò pé separation is a crime against humanity. Ẹja gbọ́n kan tí bàbá wa Bọ́lá Ìgè, Uncle Bọ́lá Ìgè as it's called níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn in táwọn sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ pé kí a pín látara Nigeria. Òun lélẹ̀ ẹja àjọgbọ̀ mọ̀ ń bọ̀. Ẹja start ṣe lé padà. Now, that is a breakfast for my friends and our for the program. So that was Uncle Bola again before he died. But many people still argue that Nigeria will work. Maybe we should listen to this constitution. Tibapada Day, we pick it from where we stopped regarding 1991 to the Wakati. Nipa the constitution we expect President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to work with.
President Tinubu needs to put his best foot forward to govern the country. If he does that, in 4 years, he can turn things around. But there are certain critical things he would need to do. The first thing is to say, what's the constitution? If, for instance, me and my wife Lillian don't agree in our marriage of 45 years, then we can't do anything. So the first thing that President Tinubu will need to do is to ensure that Nigerians all agree to be one country. You recall that Bolage asked those two questions. Do we want to be one? It's not by force. If we want to be one, how? We haven't answered those questions, which is why I told President Ababi of the Senate that it has taken 23 years to solve the problem of the Constitution. And I urged him, in conjunction with President Tinubu, to resolve the Nigerian constitutional question now by inviting the owners of Nigeria. The owners of Nigeria, mark you, were those who owned Nigeria before Lugard brought his amalgamation in 1914. Call them in. These are the people who own the country, and ask them questions. What do you want to see of the Constitution? Because without a Constitution, we're going nowhere. And no one will doubt the fact that the Constitution bequeathed by the military in 1999 is unsatisfactory. You can't build anything out of a weak foundation. The economic development policy of President Tinubu, the political development policy of President Tinubu, and everything else he wants to do rests on a very solid foundation. So let him immediately resolve that. How can we spend 23 years looking for a foundation for building a house? Does that make sense to anybody? So that's my number one issue. We need to resolve this issue of, do we want to be one? And mark you, the flip side of the question is that we mustn't be one, because Yugoslavia, which was 6 countries under Marshal Tito, when he died, decided to break apart. And today, a lot of them are very strong countries: Macedonia, Croatia, Slovenia, Slovakia. They're all doing well. So there is no sacrosanctity about Nigeria being one country. There's none. I personally would wish for Nigeria to be one country, but we must agree. That is the problem. Because we have not agreed, and because the National Assembly has appropriated to itself the all-knowing wisdom of giving us a constitution, that is the weakness. So that's the starting point. President Tinubu needs to put his best foot forward to govern the country. If he does that, in 4 years, he can turn things around. But there's certain critical things he would need to do. The first thing is to say, what's the constitution? If, for instance, me and my wife Lily don't agree in our marriage of 45 years, then we can't do anything. So the first thing that President Tinubu would need to do is to ensure that Nigerians all agree to be one country. You recall that Olayomikoiki asked those two questions. Do we want to be?
We don't want to be one.
Very clear. We made a declaration saying that it's too late for restructuring in Nigeria. You remember in 1962 there was a massive problem in Nigeria when Awolowo was arrested. Our people talked to us. There was crisis for over 4 years that led to the coup. There was a Yoruba meeting of elders called the Yoruba Leaders of Thought. We relented. The thing continued. Yoruba has continued to lose ground since that time. In 1993, there was the annulment of the June 12 election. Shiju Ade, the former Oni, spoke and said Yoruba should go ahead and conduct an election. We did. It led to nothing. The same thing happened in 1988, just before the went to the democratic elected government. Yoruba did not want to go for anything like Nigeria again. But then it failed. Look at where we are. Yoruba has been losing ground since 1914, and we are just tired. We are not for restructuring. It's too late for restructuring in Nigeria. It's too late for sovereign national conference. It's too late for resource control. What we want now is to go to our republic. And we are very categorical about that. We have made that very clear. We have made declarations, and we are very serious about our demands. Every region just go to its own tent. Yoruba wants to be on its own because the problem that Yoruba has is Nigeria. Nigeria is the problem, is the impediment to Yoruba development. It is the impediment to Yoruba development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. In 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. Why are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they're always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. The patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
And it has actually come to an end. So, Mokibugwa, put on my jacket again. That's your food there. And sit down. And less noise that is in the program. So, Mokibugwa, let me see. I did.
I need help.
Just quickly, I've cut it already. Do any undisturbed while but breakfast is important. So I'm back into the program. I was actually asking questions. Good morning, Dizzy Man 123. I think I got one answer from Mr. Kinlade Olua Fumilola 33 years ago. Thank you so much for participating and engaging in the program. It's all about engagement. Charity by engage is not even helping the program because the social media does not know that we are live. So they can type, then comment. It is called an engagement. Yeah, we understand not everybody wants to be known that they are live with us, but putting a comment in a live transmission like this, it helps the algorithm. Cannot comment. Artificial intelligence. We are human beings. We are talking to people, and we expect ourselves to also comment. But the comments can never be in another 30 minutes. Rather than not putting any comment, it also encourage our attention program. Google platform the Lotiman Sokini, but I don't. I don't know. It just shows that we have a lot of work to do when it comes to engaging with our people. Because how about okay, think about go come life, listen. The worst okay, be must be my daddy, motrico about it, Mungoti about it, because the game daddy motive button. Any then to our life at it is part of the engagement. Our then sorrow any our campaigner can narrative away from the narrative our NTA at all the other mainstream media and the print media in the contraction. Thank you, Nigeria. So thank you so much for those of you that are still with us, and I say good morning. Yoruba lo ma no program but the English na ma wonu ele meji. So 33 years ago ni mom si temi rí vision pé bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ nínú Nigeria probability wà pé nǹkan táwọn ń ṣe àwọn lè má láǹfààní àti ṣe bí ti tẹ́lẹ̀. Mo kí ẹ Dizzy Man 123, my brother. Thank you so much for your support, and just as many of you do as well. Ẹlòmíì come and send message sí wa is part of the support. Coffee lẹ́yìn mú kíní lèmi mú Milo, mo like Milo. Nigeria láti ń ṣe àwa la ní kòkó. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹlòmíì ò tẹ̀lé mú coffee débi kó fẹ́ mu Milo. Mo dẹ̀ prefer Milo Nigeria than èyí tí wọ́n tà nílùú yìí. Ẹ káàárọ̀ àbọ̀rọ̀ àbọ̀yè brother mi dáadáa. Mo kí gbogbo yín pátápátá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni M1 uniform ni mo wọ̀ yìí. But a tẹ̀ fi lọ sórí M1 a fi jẹ́ kí Tinubu ṣe negotiation kó pín Nigeria. Àwọn kan believe pé ó máa ṣe. Èmi personally I don't think so. Mr. Femi Bright mo kí yín. Ọ̀túnba Olúwaṣínà mo kí yín sir. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọba tí wọ́n wò wá, mo kí gbogbo àwọn baálẹ̀. Àti gbàgbé àwọn ọba méjì tí wọ́n ṣaláìsí ní Èkìtì níjọ́ òní. Má ṣe ilé ayé náà nìyẹn. Bí yàn bá ń dún lọ́ṣẹ̀ mọ̀ pé yàn wà láyé. Àwọn ọba yẹn nísìnyí ti gbàgbé pé àwọn wá sáyé rí. Orúkọ àwọn ọba náà ni bàbá wa gunmen suspected to be kidnappers. Inú tẹ̀ máa ń bí àwa tọ́ba àtàbá ń gbọ́ gunmen. Wọ́n náà pọ́nà ti rí ìyàwó ọba tó pa ní Kwara yẹn. But we're talking about the Ekiti one. Lórúkọ wọn again náà. Má ṣe. Ẹlẹ́sùn. Wọ́n lè pọ̀ ọba méjì. Mrs. Yetunde Ogunsanak, the widow of the slain traditional ruler of Mike Kikini Edano. Torí mo reason tẹ̀ ṣe ń lo kìíní tẹ̀ ń jẹun. We've told you so many times. Kí ló dé tẹ̀ ń lo kìíní tẹ̀ ń jẹun? Ẹ jẹun tán kẹ́ tó máa ṣe yẹn because o mú yẹn dání o tún tí yẹn bá dà sí rárá ńkọ́. Move that iPad away from there. Gbèsè lẹ́lẹ̀. Concentrate and eat your food. Ìyẹn ìyàwó Ẹlẹ́sùn Èkìtì kí ló sọ ní Àjọní local government area of Ekiti state. Ìyẹn bàbá wa Ọba Babátúndé Ògúnsákín has disclosed his husband has requested before he was gunned down by his assailant. Kí ni wọ́n request? Kò waste àwọn méjì ọba, kò waste àwọn ọba yẹn. Anyway, let me move swiftly. Mo kàn touch lórí wọn ni mo kàn rántí wọn náà ni pé most of us àtẹ rántí pé àwọn ọba kan gbàgbé pé problem ti pọ̀ jù. Ìlú òfò. Alẹ́ àná nísìn wọ́n ṣètò fún wa ní report pé truck kan ti pa èèyàn 5 sí ọ̀nà Ọ̀tà. Àkókò mọ ètùtù tó ń ṣe sílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó ń pa gbogbo èèyàn lójoojúmọ́. 33 years ago. Ìyá tó bí mi decide pé bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ ní Nàìjíríà yìí ó bẹ́tà kóun padà sí UK kóun lọ iná kíní yẹn ó reflect àbí ẹ jẹ́ kí n cover because ó reflect a lot of reflection padà so jẹ́ ká cover again èmi náà rí nínú camera so it may not be good for the eyes and it's a mobile studio so ọ̀dà kò bẹ́tà bẹ́ẹ̀ nísìn. Torí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò wá kí ojú yín má lọ máa ṣe mọ̀nàmọ́ná. We consider everything, especially a broadcaster like mine. So we look into images and we look into all kind of why we should not give you, bad eyesight. Nígbà tí wọ́n fi wo Koiki tán lẹ́mọ̀ máa wá glasses bí tèmi báyìí. Àti ṣe glasses ní Nàìjíríà dẹ́wọ̀n báyìí. àwọn tó wà nílùú òyìnbó sì lè gba discount. 33 years ago, there was a vision in our own house. Kí ni vision náà? Lala, anything. But we saw that being conscious law, Benny, sad news every day. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Arole Mori lórí big screen on my left hand side. Okay, easy. Just recently, I decided to leave Nigeria finally in 1991 to 33 years ago. So I was set on mom see me nìyẹn. Ẹ ṣé gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà lábẹ́ ètò quietly. Àwọn kan gbọ́ mi báyìí. But wọ́n ní reveal ara wọn. CIA ń gbọ́ mi, MI5 ń gbọ́ mi, KGB ń gbọ́ wa. Everybody mọ̀ pé Nigeria máa lana. But we are hoping that kò ní wà too painful to have what we called a roadmap. Tá bá ní roadmap yẹn ló dájú. So pain yẹn ní dàbí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé bí mi ṣe ń sọ pé ìjà máa wáyé tí gbogbo wa máa yìnbọn tá máa para wa tí tó bá máa kú ẹni máa yé. We don't know what is going to happen. But mo sọ lánàá nínú program tànà ẹ lọ gbọ́. In tó ń ṣe ìdùnnú fún yín ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa destroy látòkè délẹ̀ pátápátá. And I'm not joking about that. Gbogbo ẹ̀ pátá la máa destroy every goddamn thing so that gbogbo wa wà ní square one. Ìyà tó ń jẹ mẹ̀kúnnà lè jẹ̀yìn náà. Ó ń bọ̀ lórí stage rẹ̀. Gbogbo tó ń dùn mọ́ inú tẹ́ ń rí yẹn. Ṣé rí yẹn òun ló easy jù àti destroy nǹkan. Gbogbo ẹ̀ pátá mo fi mọ nǹkan tẹ́ ò jẹ́ mo ní láti sọ. Mo ní láti máa ṣàlàyé FCC kankan fún anybody. Gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa destroy everything la máa destroy. Ṣé orí bójú mi ṣe ń ṣe? Gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa destroy. Gbogbo tó ń jọ yín lójú yẹn. Gbogbo ẹ̀ la mọ ibi tó wà. Ní state kankan. We will destroy everything. Gbogbo àjọ wa wà ní square one. Ó máa affect àwa tá wà níta. Á affect àwa tó wà nínú ilé. In tó ń jọ yín lójú yẹn. Ẹ rò pé ní security. Mo fún yín ní ratio 1,000 to 1 politician. Ẹ pa 300 láàrin wa. But 700 tó kù á gbà nǹkan lọ́wọ́ yín bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. Ẹ̀rọ bí bá ti wọṣọ báyìí ó máa ń gùn mí lára. Ẹ máa sọ pé ẹnu mo ní pé dey play. Ó kù díẹ̀. Ó kù díẹ̀. Ratio 1,000 ọmọ Yorùbá sí politician kan. A dẹ̀ ti calculate pé nínú 1,000 yẹn ẹ pa 300 láàrin wa. Tẹ́ bá ti pa 300 kẹ́ mọ̀ pé by the time that máa fi pa the last 300 àti dé ọ̀dọ̀ yín tán nìyẹn. Tó yẹ bá ṣe ń yìnbọn tó tá ń bọ́lẹ̀. Àwọn kan máa sá lọ́nu 1,000 yẹn but àwa 500 kan máa súnmọ́ yín dán délẹ̀. A súnmọ́ yín àti sójà àti gbogbo security tẹ́ kó dání. Kọ́kọ́ G7 ìgbọ́ dání a súnmọ́ yín a gbà lọ́wọ́ yín. Àwa náà fi ṣe jàǹbá padà fún yín bó ṣe máa rí lọ́jọ́ iwájú nìyẹn. Ó kù díẹ̀ nìbọn ró. Ẹ máa ní dey play. Ṣé rò pé nǹkan tá gbé dání ọ̀rọ̀ a máa sọ̀rọ̀ bí àwọn bàbá òfò àwọn bàbá olórí burúkú kan tó sọ̀rọ̀ títí ẹ rò pọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ làwọn fi máa sọ àwọn ní táì máa sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Èmi ti sọ a máa jàgbẹ̀yìn ni bọ̀ká tó jà ẹja find solution sí roadmap. Èmi ò ní sọ fún yín pa níṣẹ́ election 2027 mo ti sọ yín ní 2023 ẹ̀yàn máa lè. Okay? Ẹ tún lọ dìbò. A máa kúlẹ̀ mo kí èèyàn ti Koikimedia kò ní bàjẹ́ fún gbogbo yín. Ẹ̀yin sisters mi èmi ò blame yín o ẹni tó bá fẹ́ ṣe prostitute tó bá yẹ pé nǹkan tẹ fi pẹ̀lẹ́ fi make owó nìyẹn ẹ máa ṣe lọ torí Nàìjíríà ti di bẹ́ẹ̀ so èmi ò ní lówó kankan tí mo fẹ́ fún any goddamn person èmi gan ní ìdówó bí ṣe wà báyìí mo ṣeré so 33 years ago èmi ò ní láti ṣe máa lọ sọ tẹlòmíì ẹ má jẹ́ kọ́ ẹ̀yìn máa wòran bàbá mi Àrólé ogun ló máa end one Nigeria but mo máa ń fẹ́ wà conscious of saying it but ó tún gbọ́dọ̀ wà important ká sọ a máa padà sórí ṣé Amẹ́ríkà la sọ̀rọ̀ rí lánàá àní sọ́tà Amẹ́ríkà mọ́ láàárọ̀ ìlú mi la tún máa sọ báwọn ṣe jà tó gbára wọn kúrò ẹni tó bá ní nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ fún wa ẹ má restrict ẹ fún wa ara ń tẹ̀lé fún wa náà ni ìmọ̀ràn comment yín kò ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ náà lówó ẹ comment ká mọ̀ pé Koiki àwa wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ èmi ò ní lè lọ́lé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ nígbà yẹn o torí bí wọ́n ṣe ń lọ́lé ẹ̀ dáa àmọ́ kúkú dé tó wà lábẹ́ ẹkùn ẹ̀ but àwa support ẹ̀ spiritually morally kò ń ṣe pé kẹ́ máa sọ fún wa pé ẹ má jẹ́ ká tí ì lọ́lé nísìn ìgbà wo la wá fi dàrú ok àná nísìn mọ́jú èní accident ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ lóòótọ́ lamẹ́ríkà náà plane kan náà já wálẹ̀ ránkì private plane but èyí tá bá lè avoid ẹ jẹ́ ká avoid ẹ̀. So ẹni tó bá sọ ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá mo kí ẹ gbogbo àwọn brother mi ẹni sìn àwọn ní eyesight problem kò ń ṣe anything kò ń ṣe big deal nílùú yìí ẹ ṣe gan-an amakunlex ẹ bá ń kí gbogbo lé àdúrà wa gbà ṣe mọ̀ pé brother wa kan tó dé láti November lórí COS kò tí ì ríṣẹ́ wàhálà ẹ fún mi ní update mọ́ lórí ibi tá a sọ̀rọ̀ sí o ẹni tó dé láti November wọ́n ti ta lé ta ọ̀nà ta everything rẹ̀ wọ́n sì pèlè lánàá wọ́n ti ta every garden thing wọ́n ì tí ì ríṣẹ́ ìjọ la fi máa ṣe gbogbo rakàtí àyẹ̀dá ìró àwọn àdísọ ti sú mi ẹni tó bá fẹ́ replace mi ní UK ẹ̀yin ẹ máa bọ̀ kémi máa bọ̀ Nàìjíríà but Nàìjíríà tèmi máa wá yẹn Nàìjíríà tá máa jà ní ní tó bá mẹ́mi pa èmi fẹ́ wá Nàìjíríà this time around ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ pa ti rẹ́dì pa fẹ́ jà ní èmi ò fẹ́ wá Nàìjíríà tá ṣe ń sọ lọ́ọ́ ṣe rálì iná ọmọ ní táìmì gbòyàn mọ́ nísìn àti wà lójú ẹ pè mí ká sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ fún mi ní update kí mo bí tí a sọ̀rọ̀ sí Nàìjíríà tèmi fẹ́ padà wá Nàìjíríà tá fẹ́ jà lèmi fẹ́ padà wá nísìn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni as a journalist and as a Yoruba nationalist ìgbàkigbà tó bá máa jẹ́ ìgbàkigbà tí Ifá bá sọ pé ó ti yá ràá máa dífà ọmọ Yorùbá lèmi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Ifá lèmi máa ń dì kíní kàn mí pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ Jésù àti Muhammed náà Ifá ni wàá béèrè lọ́wọ́ Ifá kí ló máa sọ á sọ fún ẹ pé báyìí báyìí ni àwa fi Jésù àtànábì àfi tì ní sẹ́yìn bọ̀ àkọ́kọ́ dífá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọmọ Yorùbá lèmi bó ṣe èrè o rò pé Jésù nìkan mo gbé dání ni mo ní 3 wọn ni mò ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ òun ló ń gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi yẹn pé àníjà yẹn irọ́ lẹ pa ìgbà tí Ifá bá ti sọ pé ó ti yá àwa máa gbéra ẹlòmínú ya máa fọ́ọ̀sì wọn náà ni mo sọ fún yẹn olóṣèlú 1000 to the ratio of 1 ni ìjà tó máa wáyé láàrin wa tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti jẹ́ ká find the peaceful resolution road map kò ń ṣe pé kẹ́ máa sọ fún wa pé ẹ tún fẹ́ ṣe campaign èmi ò wá sí bíbá láti sọ pé àníṣe election 2027 nù torí yẹn lẹ mú dání nígbà tí mo ní àníṣe 2023 yẹn máa dé nígbà tí mo jáde ẹnu mò ń dán oníbà mo ṣe máa jókòó sáàbúrò tí máa sọ pé kò ní sí election máa wáyé ìbẹ́ election ti wáyé nísìn mo ní Tinubu ò lè rí kankan ṣe olórí burúkú ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ born bastard ní Tinubu but ó ṣì ní opportunity láti ronú pìwàdà àbí mi ò wá síbẹ̀ láti wá ṣàlàyé FCT fún Tinubu kí ni kàn mí mo jẹ́ lábẹ́ ó ń ṣe bàbá mi bàbá tiyín ni Tinubu ń ṣe bàbá mi he's a very very idiot man because tó bá idiot ni ó gbé Buhari lé wa lórí orí bí Buhari ṣe fún wa Buhari kó gbogbo terrorist wọnú ilé ta ló kàn nísìn ó wá gbé mo rí gbogbo àwọn military tó lọ Èkìtì mo rò pé agenda tó dalẹ̀ bá lọ tó bá jẹ́ agenda tó dalẹ̀ bá lọ our mind ẹ̀yìn bọ́n kẹ́ pa àwọn olóṣèlú àwọn olòṣì terrorist tó wà ní gbogbo wa lẹ́kìtì ẹ pa gbogbo wọn dànù kẹ́ sun wọn sínú bẹ̀ kẹ́ fi wọn ká fertilize wọn kó máa jẹ kó bá wa fata a máa fi yín ẹ̀yin terrorist yẹn a máa fi yín fertilize ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni I don't have a problem with that ẹ̀ ń bi journalist ni pé ṣé mi ti wo interview Putin nígbà tí mo ń ṣe bọ́lẹ̀ kájà tí mo ń ṣe àwọn v-blogger àwọn tó ń jà blogger fracas lórí social media ẹ bá tẹ̀ ń fẹ́ béèrè lọ mo ti wò brother mi mo mọ̀ bí obìnrin ló wà ń bẹ àbọ̀kùnrin mo kíyàwó Mary Koikimedia ní tí mo farabalẹ̀ wò tí bá ti ṣe program tán ní tí mo fẹ́ wò lánàá ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni mo lọ sùn tí bá ti parí eléyìí ní tí máa tún wò because ẹ̀ǹkan yẹn kò yé mi dáadáa Putin ó ń dúró káwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà kó dá sí but òun kọ́ ló máa kó nǹkan ogun fún wa tá a máa fi jà àwa la máa lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà fúnra wa òun àwa máa bá wa ta sí Amẹ́ríkà àti UK ní United Nations Security Council pé wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ní ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ but ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀ ń ṣojo mixlr is off kẹ okay ó máa off lóòótọ́ yeah ó ti off ó ní reason yeah ó ti off ẹ má bínú ẹ jẹ́ ká stick sí platform tó kù mo wà lórí Twitter tó bá jẹ́ pé yẹn máa ó máa reduce kíní ó ti off lóòótọ́ ẹ fún wa lówó ká fi ṣiṣẹ́ owó ni ẹ máa sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ pé bá ń sọ ọbẹ̀ sílé so I gotta close it yeah ó ti off so ẹ má bínú bàbá wa yeah mo ti ó ti off lóòótọ́ yẹ owó ni media fi ń ràn ní iṣẹ́ owó ìní ní sinmi gbọ́dọ̀ fún ìyàwó mi ní owó kó charge náà nulẹ̀ kó dẹ̀ ṣe one or two things. So mo kí ẹ Mr. Perry Ọlákúnlé mo kí ẹ èmi ò tí wá Nàìjíríà táì tí ready láti fẹ́ jà yìí tí bá tí o fẹ́ wá nísìn mo ti mọ̀ pé yes this time around fire to fire bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ but Ifá máa confam fún wa pé àsìkò ti tó Ifá ò tí confam fún mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Ifá ò tí confam èmi ò lo Jésù àti Muhammed o I believe in them Quran mi wà níbí báyìí Bible wà lókè ìyàwó mi ṣàìsùn mọ́jú ni tẹ̀sùbá mi wà bẹ́ẹ̀ but Ifá gangan lọmọ Yorùbá confam lèmi ẹ béèrè babaláwo bẹ́ẹ̀ ni máa ń kàn sọ babaláwo ẹ bá béèrè lọ́wọ́ ọ̀nà ìbẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe ló ń bá pásítọ̀ nìyẹn gbogbo nonsense táwọn ìbò lórí burúkú tó wá make it look like pé babaláwo dàbí nǹkan tó yẹ ká máa sá fún ẹni tó bá sá fún babaláwo problem tí yín nìyẹn èmi ò sá fún babaláwo mo dẹ̀ ní babaláwo tí mo fẹ́ introduce anybody ṣe máa pè mí lẹ́yìn pé Koiki ó dàgbà gbọ́ pé òun sọ̀rọ̀ babaláwo I don't introduce anybody to anybody èmi ò ṣe introduction kólúkálukú lọ sí ìdílé bàbá ẹ̀ kẹ́ lọ béèrè béèrè èmi ti lọ béèrè béèrè ni mo ti lọ béèrè béèrè ẹ rò pé kí ni mo gbé dání nǹkan kékeré ni kò ní dá fún gbogbo yín kò ṣàyìn tí mò ń wo ìtẹ́ ìwò mi o àwọn tí mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn olóṣèlú ni àjọmọ́ra wà bọ́ ṣe mọ Ìgbòho lọ́ti mọ̀ èmi náà nísìn ọ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ pa àṣeré wọ́n mọ̀ pa ẹ rò pé mo à ń ṣeré ni eléyìí ò ṣe múfì sẹ́ẹ̀ ìjà máa wáyé gidi 1000 to 1 person ẹni tó bá mọ́ fá èmi ò ní kankan tí mo fẹ́ introduce anybody but èmi ní babaláwo tá a máa ń béèrè béèrè a ní pastor mo náà pastor mi ti máa ń pè bàbá kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ but Ifá gangan òun lọmọ Yorùbá I'm not here to sell religion to you so ẹ jẹ́ ká wọnú ètò yẹn lọ láàárọ̀ yìí a ti ṣe wákàtí kan exactly bá ti wọ glasses ṣé glasses mi ṣó nice méjì ni mo ní mo dáná kí mo prefer ilé ẹni tó bá ní question ẹbí mi the Mr. Koiki so sure pé Yorùbá nation any question phone line mi dẹ̀ ti open ẹ pè mí ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ interact ẹni tó bá mọ nọ́mbà yẹn á jẹ́ pé ẹ mọ̀ mi délédélé nìyẹn kò ń ṣe délédélé bí inú ilé mi o but ẹni tó bá ní nọ́mbà mi ẹ pè kẹ́ béèrè béèrè Prince ti pè mí náà ló náà pè Prince Oyèwọlé àwọn tó di island mú nìyẹn a máa di island láàárọ̀ yìí Mr. Frank lọ mú kí yín òyìnbó ń lo Ifá Google Ifá ni ẹ má lọ bá babaláwo èbí torí pé babaláwo sì ń lo inú ẹgbẹgbẹ ni ẹ jẹ́ akọ auditorium ńlá fún babaláwo náà kí gbogbo ẹ máa dán mọ́nú ká gbé kámẹ́rà gidi ṣèbí mọ̀ rí gbogbo ẹ what God cannot do does not exist ìbá rí gbogbo church lórí social media back àwọn kámẹ́rà táwọn bàbá yẹn àwọn pastor yẹn ń lò èmi ó worth £5,000 because ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ rí quality sweat tó ń jáde lára pastor kẹlẹ̀ mọ̀ kó ń ṣiṣẹ́ bọ̀ babaláwo tó ń làágùn náà ẹ torí pé a gbé kámẹ́rà gidi sára ẹ̀rìn ta ló ń béèrè pé CCI ń bọ̀ ń lé àbí ẹ má béèrè mo ti ní kẹ́yìn máa béèrè Joe Biden ní CSI lọ́dọ̀ tèmi what am I missing ó depend níbi tẹ́ bá gbọ́ wá dé o ṣe gbọ́ Yorùbá mà Mr. Glenn Carlo I'm speaking Yoruba and I'm also speaking in English and vernacular so I don't know which one you understand better kò ń ṣe gbogbo yẹn ló gbọ́ English o so let's go to a country called we talked about America yesterday. We're not going to talk about America today. Let's first talk about self-government. Is Nigeria a self-government? Hello, me, I'm out. Hey, boy, is serious, Isha. Serious. Látọdún mẹ́ta. Serious, serious. Lọ fi wá pa Ìgbòho sínú ilé. Wọ́n mọ̀ pa serious. Ọba tó rán wọn pé kó wá pa Ìgbòho sílé, Ọlọ́run ni ẹ̀yin nìyẹn. Kò díẹ̀ ní gbogbo yín àtẹ̀yìn olóṣèlú. Kí ló ń pè ní self-governance? Do you think that Nigeria is currently practicing self-governance or self-governance or self-government? Self-government or self-governance? Kí ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀? When we say something is self-government, is the government of a country or region by its own people rather than by others. Presently, Nigeria tẹ́yìn rí lẹ́nìí. Ṣẹ̀rẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà nílé àtàwọn díẹ̀ tó wà abroad, but àwọn tó wà abroad, I don't blame them because they are so comfortable. The Western media, they have a very bad agenda for us. And I can play that again from what Putin said in his interview. That interview is the exclusive interview of all time. Let's listen to what Putin said to Tucker Carlson during the interview he had with him in Russia. Let's listen together.
Russia. In the war of propaganda, it is very difficult to defeat the United States because the United States control.
In the world of propaganda, in the world of propaganda, they beat the United States. Kitchen because I'm control. In the world of media, in the world of propaganda, America loni itopo jumbe. In the world of propaganda, but many Yoruba or Nigerians, your hope is that Koiki, they cannot be propaganda. I saw Anthony Blinken. Anthony Blinken. Show me Yoruba Anthony Blinken. Kilo de Anthony Blinken ma decide fún wa. Kilo de ti IMF ma decide fún wa. Kilo de ti World Bank ma decide fún wa. Kilo de ti African Development Bank ma decide fún wa our future. Kilo rò pé àwọn èèyàn ṣe ń jà ní gbogbo àgbáyé because wọ́n fẹ́ future wọn. Ṣé ìwọ náà fẹ́ future? O fẹ́ future. O wá ń dúró kí APC ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́ bí àṣàmáyégún brother mi ní Scotland. Mo ń wò lánàá. Mo ń gbọ́ analysis ẹ̀ lánàá. Very good as usual. Colombo and Droti. Ìwọ wá ń dúró fún APC ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́. The same corrupt politicians that have manipulated our mind and given us this hope of an illusion of a country that is never going to work. Because everybody knows Nigeria is never going to work. But we are so much feeded with lies. Ibonilai Mohammed wà nísìn bàbá òfò bàbá tó ní kú síbi táṣù ẹwà all these olórí burúkú politicians lè ṣe kankan fún ní UK. I cannot touch you in UK. The only thing I can put a camera, but in Nigeria, I'm a deep pelurawa. I'm telling you that. This year, that is the message. We will destroy everything to join Loju. Gbogbo pátá mo kí Remi official. Brother mi dada. Gbogbo tó join Loju yẹn, we will destroy it. So that nobody enjoy anything. I don't want to miss those that are also watching me from another platform. So again, Losibi by Kile, mo commenting because some of you are there, but I have to go into La Roy. There's a program going on, I believe, as well. Sister wa Komishola ko gbọ́dọ̀ kó pẹ̀lú Koikimedia team. When I put it live, I guess so. So let me see. I think I can see signal from Koikimedia again from Abeokuta, where there's some kind of charity work going on from Sister Sholako Bodoko. Okay, I thought I saw a live transmission on Koikimedia again. Koikimedia free medical checkup. Go live. Okay, still a short video. So there will be live later on.
The 10th of February 2024. We are live here at Abeokuta Larry Care Trust Foundation. Here today in memory of our late Pa Eric Olumuyiwa Ugbodoku. We are holding a
so that is going on today. It's a free medical checkup at Larry Care Rabbi Center in the memory of late Pa Eric Kogbodoku, which is, the father of Kogbodoku. Àlàáfíà mo wà o bàbá mi, Mr. Oladele Timi, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ẹ̀rí tí mo wọ camouflage mi, ìbá ti wọ camouflage mi, bí ìjà ni, ṣé tó kàn mí. Ṣé mo ń bọ̀ Nàìjíríà orígbà tí àsìkò bá tó, àsìkò yẹn ò tí tó nísìn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sì máa fẹnu yẹn jà bí àjàkàrà. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí ètò pẹ̀lú wa, mo kí ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ tẹ́ freedom. Ní láti wá jà, that is subject to táwọn olóṣèlú wa tó bá wà honest pẹ̀lú wa. But they've never been honest and they will never be honest. Because number one, how can you be honest and you're working with the fraudulent 1999 constitution? Hemo, báwọn èèyàn ti comment nínú bíbá, mo kí ẹjẹ́ kọ́kọ́ lọ látòkè lọ́hùn. Torí kọ́ máa ní Koiki ẹ̀, ó kúkú ń kí àwa dáadáa. Ó dà pé ó máa ń ṣe Yorùbá yẹn, ajújú ṣe àbí báwo la ṣe ń sọ. Wọ́n yá àwọn ìyá kan máa pè mí ní Koiki yẹn, a dẹ̀ ti ń sọ fún ẹ pé kó máa. Can you say Alpha Kenny-body? What does that mean? Mr. Michael, can you say Alpha Kenny-body? What does that mean? I don't know what the meaning of what you just wrote. Can you explain further? Mr. Adekunle Jr., good morning. And also any Ekweto, no. Yawa, Babawa Ebu, Yusuf Abiodun said, good. Koikimedia, good morning. Good morning to you as well, sir. Julius is watching me as well. Good morning. Mr. Ayo Ola Balogun, a very good morning. Babami Bale Dada Nuruddin, well done Koiki, Yoruba Nation la fẹ́ ní orúkọ Elédùmarè bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. So that is on that. So let's go and say from page àwọn àlùkà náà. Can you say it one more time? I am sorry. Say what one more time? Can you, what did I say that you want me to say one more time? I missed that. Emma Binu. It's me, good luck, my brother. Okay. Kini mo sọ tẹ́fẹ́ kí n tún sọ again. Ẹ bá mi comment ẹ máa sọ padà again. So let me appreciate you because it's an interactive platform. We are not ghost here. We are not AI, artificial intelligence. So Alpha Kenny-body. Okay. Alpha Kenny-body. All right. I missed that line. Maybe you want to call. I can't remember what I said that you want me to say again properly. Moki OBJ. Baba, wọ́n ti ń wọ kaki síbẹ̀ agbádá ìjọba ológun ni wọ́n ṣe. I saw that Mr. Deleni Koiki Jaya. Well done. Akọni Yoruba media ṣe gan ni. Agbọ́dọ̀ tábà ní ìbọn aṣáàdì agbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́nu wà lè jà. So I've appreciated everyone for now. This man say Yoruba Nation is a credible solution. Ori Doriola Mu TV say good morning. So let's move further. And if you want to call into the program, let me go my number Milori. And I don't know whether my team are behind that can tell me my number of Ed. Take it to Kosibi by Sister myself. All right, let me do it now because we really so it will lead at it on. We by the Lamanco over Nigeria so woeful. So I need to put the number CB by now. So let me quickly let me put the number on there. So the number, if you want to call in, you can call in because I'm lost with the comment at the moment. You know, I've spoken so many things, and sometimes until you call in back, maybe you probably explain further. The write-up is not clearing very well. So the number to call, the studio number is +44, which is the UK code. It is only WhatsApp. I don't take normal calls. Not that we don't like to take normal calls. It's just that it override the normal WhatsApp call. But again, you know, I think WhatsApp should be okay for everybody. +44 74 04 405917. So let's move swiftly as we continue. Shout out to those of you on Twitter. We're also live on Twitter space. People don't want to listen because they are waiting for miracle. Moki, one of my beautiful auntie, she's a humanitarian person on Instagram. I'm not going to mention her name, even though she's a public figure. She's written a lot of books in mental and all that, you know. I know there's so many of them that we've worked with in the past. Probably still knows that Nigeria is not going to work, but some believe that Nigeria is going to work. I'm not in that league anymore. you know, our tibole kuro when Nigeria might work. I would rather destroy, you know, the whole structure so that nobody enjoys it anymore, because only few people are enjoying what is known as Nigeria. So we will take it down when the appropriate time comes. We are not joking. If you like, copy that, save that, send it to MI5, send it to DSS, we care less. It will happen. That is if we do not sit together and find a roadmap to a peaceful dissolution of the crazy country they call Nigeria. So let me now take us into the next country that we're going to talk about. But before that, I want to go back to self-government. Self-government is the government of a country or region by its own people rather than by others. Right now, as of today, Nigerians think that they have a government, but it's a lie. Nobody has a government called Nigeria. If you think you have a government, call your embassy if you live in UK and let the ambassador, no, there's no ambassador because the ambassador has been recalled by Tinubu in October. See if any acting ambassador will help you resolve your problem. Why should I be saying that? Woloma saw in Kotoma for any good luck. I beg, my can bear the program. Why should I be saying that? Kini mo to jebe. Give me some copon. O ma for me. She must have good luck. Woloma so for me. Tate lele gan se. Ibo ni what jawa. Where can we donate? Back up to me. One man be able donate. Renibawa push a sitter. Why should I say something that will give me Kinimomo meaning? I don't say nonsense that I don't know the meaning. I'm a Yoruba man. So you will call my type and consider in the comment section. Lumani came me so came to my phenomenon song, what will my affect me? Oh, my common Yoruba giddy lembasoro. A Timon, I will come here me. Bit a jamaki tele. I don't jamaki money say. On type and comment section came me so over for many good luck. A day 1 year. She ain't get a day Yoruba. You want to call it the Yoruba came on to Kosibe. Into coin cause the Yoruba. If it disturb me. Agents are if to pay for a low jari. Give me type and came in for no miss on cockon. So let's go further into the program. If you want to help us, support us, go on my website, koikimedia.com. All the details to support. More mobility backup team. I don't remember post the, you know, maybe some of them are sleeping. They should be awake, but many people to join Nigerians say Nigeria go better, but they are not leaving their base. They stay abroad and they tell you Nigeria go better. You know, go better for Nigeria. You know, go better for Nigeria anymore. So I'm not going to kuro ni say every minute time there. Orang pe ni distract one. Mo ro pe yan gidi ni. Orang pori ope. I'm not kuro ni say for many few minutes. One deal pẹ̀lú ẹni anything. Mo fẹ́ mọ̀ bí tó ti ń wọ̀ mí. Okay. So I have to open another browser láti deal pẹ̀lú ẹ. Àfẹ́ kí ọkàn wá distract wa. Ibà yóò ṣe distraction platform. So ẹ jẹ́ lọ deal pẹ̀lú ẹni yẹn. A máa deal pẹ̀lú ẹni sí ẹ ṣàfihàn ẹni sọ̀rọ̀. Ìyẹn lọ ṣe sọ pé the press button of remove add ìyẹn lọ ṣe sórí gbogbo àwọn platforms. Ẹni tó bá ń yọ ẹ lẹ́nu, you can remove, you can add, you can delete, you can block. And I mean the money right of that to do that. So ẹ jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ lọ wọ ẹni yẹn jáde. Eléyìí tó ń disturb yìí kò yẹ fi tiẹ̀ disturb wa. So mo ti gbà dànù kúrò. Kó má fi tiẹ̀ disturb wa. Mo ti yọ kúrò. So remove. So àti yọ wèrè kúrò kó má fi tiẹ̀ disturb wa. So mo ti yọ kúrò lórí platform. Mo tọrọ pé yàn gidi ni. Ló kàn disturb mi látẹ̀ nǹkan ní ṣá. Àṣẹ ẹranko ní ṣá. Dumb bastard. Mo ti yọ wèrè kúrò. Orí bàbá ológun tó wọ aṣọ ogun báyìí wọ́n fi tiẹ̀ disturb wa. Ta ló tún wà ń bẹ ẹni tó bá tó mess around níbẹ̀ sọ fún mi. labour bẹ́ẹ̀ kúrò lórí platform bomb bastard. So ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sórí program. So ẹni tó bá fi support wa officially, the naira account ó easy gan 30 96 80 88 48 PayPal Musa Kalam 1 yahoo.com. So that is how you can put your own little contribution. There's also a GoFundMe that I set up, £50,000. I tell you 1,000. And when you do them to my quote, if you follow, you know the Nico can't pay me anything. Because people want to give you money when you die. Kilong pa JY la learning. Benny, mad people pogon and weary. So I don't bishop on Peja Logbon conti bishop Ebamiso. And we report on social media. Tony Ages Moke, you know, Koikimedia, ni Belgium. Momba wa kin ni Belgium, from Elaye Oku there. Mo a lórí live program ṣe wà where?
Yeah. I thought we can call it.
Oh yeah. Why definitely. Me no money ke pe wọlé gbon sókè.
Oshegon. No, number one. Bá ṣe ní àwọn hypnotist 419 like that nínú Christian nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí. A ní bẹ́ẹ̀ náà nínú àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe yẹn. Nígbà tó ti mention wípé o believe nínú ìṣẹ̀ṣe, òun ni ẹ ṣe fẹ́ ó fẹ́ lo scamma fún ẹni ló ṣe ní kó sọ nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ kàn pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Scamma ó fẹ́ kú fún ẹ pé oníṣẹ̀ṣe kan lòun ni scamma ni. Wrong person.
Èmi ọkùnrin ogun tí gbogbo wọn fàdúrà ràn lọ́wọ́ lójoojúmọ́. Mo ń gbọ́ yín bàbá.
Jẹ́ kí n sọ tòótọ́ fún ẹ. Either Christian, Muslim, or Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, you must have personal relationship. That's the most important thing. Èèyàn ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbé ayé ẹ̀ lé ẹnìkan lọ́wọ́. You must have personal relationship. That's why. That is why tí Jésù ṣe sọ wípé it's personal. Kìí ṣe pé nìkan ló ní and that's the reason àwọn Jew, àwọn ọmọ Israeli yẹn, àwọn Jew. You see that they don't believe all those fallacies. They are very àwọn àtẹlẹ́dà wọn, that's it.
Okay.
So tó bá nílò ìrànlọ́wọ́ o ní láti mọ your father in the Lord or babaláwo ẹ or fa ẹ tó jẹ́ bí bàbá sí ẹ tó jẹ́ pé a jẹ́ olùdó ẹ tó máa máa túkọ̀ ẹ tó máa máa mentor ẹ tó máa máa direct ẹ. That is all. That is all. Kì í ṣe wípé o sá síbí o sá sọ̀hún o gbọ́gbọ́n ṣe kí ni mi ò lọ́bẹ̀ o gbọ́gbọ́n àwọn wọ́n á gbá gbogbo ayé wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé o ní guidance. You are not disciplined. Wọ́n gbá tiwo.
Wọ́n gba Saturday lọ́wọ́, wọ́n gbé Sunday lé lọ́wọ́.
Wọ́n gbé ṣèbí nǹkan tó ṣe fún Áfíríkà nìyẹn. Wọ́n gba Saturday. That is the Sabbath day. Wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn wá gbé Sunday lé wọn lọ́wọ́ ní ẹ bá lọ ṣèṣe lọ́jọ́ Sunday.
Àwọn androko ṣiṣẹ́ kò wá ṣiṣẹ́ gbogbo àwọn lament.
A ṣe ṣiṣẹ́ nígbà tẹ yí nǹkan padà sí Bẹ́lẹ́dùmarè ṣe sẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀. Bẹ́lẹ́dùmarè ń wòye níran ni ṣe bẹ́yìn gbọ́. Ilẹ̀ ṣẹ̀dá ara yín. Now nígbà tí mo listen sí kinní lánàá àwọn tó fẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà ká ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn gan ọpọlọ wọn ò ṣiṣẹ́. That's why you don't listen to idiots that stay in diaspora or that. Kí ló mú fi Nàìjíríà lè lọ sí diaspora tí wàá ṣe pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́?
Bishop ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ interact. Irú àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rò pé Nàìjíríà máa ṣiṣẹ́ bọ̀wọ̀ rẹ́dí láti wálé nísìn.
Kí ló lé wọn kọ́ máa bọ̀ lé ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ náà.
Irọ́ kò tí ì ṣiṣẹ́. Jagaban ó ń ṣe lọ́wọ́. Jagaban ń ṣe lọ́wọ́.
Àgọ́ ni ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. Ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. Nígbà tí 1 litre jump from 170 to 700. Wọ́n ló tó kí ló orúkọ ẹ̀ bọ̀bọ̀ tó ní rìfàdà Dangote. Dangote tó ti sọ ọ́ sí wípé
international price ní ẹ̀ ló máa rí gbé ẹ máa rà ní 1,200 per litre. That is dollar. That is international value price.
419 ní Dangote. 419 mo ń gbádùn yín Bishop ẹgbọn sókè.
1,200 ló máa ra lítà gbogbo ẹ̀ ó sì ń discuss ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ báyìí àbí ká ṣàánú wọn kó jẹ́ 1,000 wọ́n ní 1,002 ní international kìíní gbélé èyí tẹ̀ sí ìdá kan mọ̀. àbí pé ká má dìbò ká gba ìlú wa ẹfẹ́ dìbò ìyá máa jẹ́ everybody.
kí la máa ṣe sí báyìí.
mo mọ̀ Koiki ṣé ilé epo kan wà ní Nàìjíríà tọkọ Yorùbá nation ilé epo sí àbí ilé epo kan wà ní Nàìjíríà tọkọ PDP ilé epo àbí
àìtí the stage yẹn.
gbogbo ilé epo tó wà ń bẹ fún gbogbo wa náà ni either you are Yorùbá nation APC or PDP or kìíní ẹjọ́ máa ra níye yẹn náà ni. tó torí ẹ̀ ò bá pé tó bá rò pé wà á dá aṣọ́ra wípé kò kàn ẹ́ ó ti kàn ẹ́. ó ti ń kọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ ṣọ́ra ń gbọ́ nǹkan tí Cardoso sọ torí gbogbo owó yín tẹ lọ kó sí dọ́là ní Nigerian bank wọ́n máa gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé. ọkùnrin ní February ni ìwọ́n tó rò pé o ní dọ́là ní Nigerian bank domiciliary account wọ́n máa gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé wọ́n ní di dọ́là yẹn. ayé lẹ́nu kì bá ń sọ pé lọ kówó ẹ kúrò lọ sí rúbà bọ́ àti ẹ̀ lọ síbẹ̀ ìyẹn kọ́ ni wọ́n á sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí wọ́n máa gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé. So GTB ti polówó àwọn customer ẹ̀ ń ṣe é pé please we can help you convert your dollar to naira easily. o tètè jẹ́ kọ́bẹ̀ kó kúrò sí náírà kó tó di pé central bank gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé wọ́n nídìí gbogbo ẹ̀ because United States Federal Reserve since December has given memo to all the central bank of countries. By January 1st, they stop any excessive short loans in dollars to any country. Now, gbogbo dọ́là àwọn tó wá wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn countries tó jẹ wọ́n lówó wọ́n ní kó máa dá padà. So, United States has started dollar recovery program. That is what we've been shouting since last year. Dollar máa scarce. Because the BRICS have started the dollarization program. So they have started spending yuan. Òun náà fi ń ṣe kátàkárà àwọn ìlú yẹn yuan náà fi ń ṣe kátàkárà. So ó dín influence dọ́là kù because dọ́là ní gbogbo ayé fi ń ṣe kátàkárà tẹ́lẹ̀. So now tó ti dín influence dọ́là kù àwọn Amẹ́ríkà ti ń jẹ gbèsè lórí estimate dọ́là tó ti tẹ̀ sílùú. So now they are calling all their money back home. So they are not giving any dollar out. tó bá fẹ́ sẹ́ndì gbogbo àwọn áàpù tó máa ń sẹ́ndì dọ́là sí ilé iṣẹ́ ẹni wọ́n ti ń close gbogbo pọ́tà pé o fẹ́ sẹ́ndì dọ́là lọ sí Áfíríkà wọ́n ti ń close ẹ̀ o ò lè rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ yìí tó bá ṣèṣì rí bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ṣì ní owó ni ẹ̀wọ̀n tí get up pay. So Nigeria cannot work. Owó tí wọ́n ń jẹ Cardoso ti sọ $7 billion. Wọ́n sọ 2.3 billion níbẹ̀ as at last year. Wọ́n sọ $2.3 billion níbẹ̀. Ohun kan tó jẹ́ kí náírà fọ́ọ̀lù wálẹ̀ nìyẹn o. Now wọ́n rí àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wúrúwúrú Nigeria politics tí wọ́n jí 2.4. So wọ́n ti pè wọ́n wípé ó yá ẹ̀dá padà. Irú àwọn company Dangote gbogbo ẹ̀tọ́ ń kó dọ́là fún ó yá ẹ̀dá padà. Àwọn ti agree bọ́n ṣe máa dá padà. So Central Bank ń ṣe ó gbé ìgbésẹ̀ láti wá $2.3 billion, not say million.
Bishop, torí àwọn ọ̀nà wa.
Ẹ wá ní náírà tó ní fall. Náírà will fall this year tí ó bá wọn 2,500 to $1 kó tó the end of this year.
Bishop,
but they have to look for that 2.4 billion.
Bishop, torí àwọn ọ̀nà wa mọ̀ pé tẹ́yìn bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí mo rántí pé ní last year ẹ ń sọ pé dọ́là máa ṣe ìkọ̀kan ó máa rìn jìnnà ju bá ṣe ń rò lọ but àwa Yorùbá a máa ní adọ́rùn mọ́tọ́ ni wá ọlọ́mọdé ẹ̀ka adọ́rùn ká tó mú tọ́ kí ló ń fà gangan tí Nàìjíríà fi ń struggle láti má rí dọ́là fi ọ̀pẹ́ ṣé àṣàna dọ́là ní Nàìjíríà Bishop kí ni nǹkan tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú dọ́là pẹ̀lú ìyá tó ń ta bread. ẹni tó ń ta pure water ń sọ fún mi pé ní sùúrù bishop ẹni sùúrù ẹ̀jẹ̀ má bínú sà torí pé ẹ̀yin mọ̀ èmi ò mọ̀ àwa òkúùtù la wà lórí program àwa dọ́rùn mọ́tò la wà lórí program èmi dẹ̀ ní $200 kan tó kọ̀ra wà ní àkáǹtì mi tí mo wá fi ṣe máa gbà báyìí kó tẹ̀ tó di pé ó di gbùrùgbùrù but ẹni tí mo fẹ́ béèrè ni pé bishop ṣé dọ́là lẹ́ná láàárọ̀ ṣé ti ná dọ́là láàárọ̀ yìí.
ṣé ní owó tèmi ò sí nínú Nàìjíríà my money is in Yoruba blockchain that's all so tí bá fẹ́ ná dọ́là á jẹ́ pé Yoruba ni mo convert.
Tí mo fẹ́ béèrè ni pé nígbà tẹ́ jáde láàárọ̀ tẹ́ lọ ra bread ṣé dọ́là lẹ ná kí ló ń fà tí dọ́là kí ló wá ń fà nígbà tá à ná dọ́là nínú Nàìjíríà Tinubu kan ti ní tó bá ná dọ́là báyìí ní ti kọ́ gbé kí ló ń fa relationship àwa àti dọ́là tá a fi ń struggle yẹn mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ṣàlàyé fún wa.
ok ṣé kí n sọ̀rọ̀ náà.
ẹ ti gbóhùn sókè kíákíá à ń gbọ́ yín sà ẹ máa kó pẹ́ àfi gbádùn yín.
all right number one Nàìjíríà ò ní business pẹ̀lú dọ́là mọ́ I will explain that but wọ́n jẹ gbèsè in dollars wọ́n láti clear gbogbo gbèsè wọn in dollars.
Okay.
Nàìjíríà ti sign currency strategy pẹ̀lú China nígbà Buhari.
Okay.
So gbogbo ọjà tó dẹ̀ ń wọ Nàìjíríà from government now is from China. So Chinese yuan ló yẹ ká máa dín pẹ̀lú báyìí ká máa sọ pé àwa yuan. But that was not the case nítorí pé ọmọ tuntun relationship tuntun ṣì nìyẹn whereas the relationship don ti ní for many years they had backlog of debt gbèsè Amẹ́ríkà dẹ̀ fẹ́ gba gbogbo owó ẹ̀ padà àti àwọn flight companies àwọn aeroplane companies tó jẹ́ pé dọ́là ni wọ́n máa fi gba owó tí Nàìjíríà jẹ wọ́n àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ti san owó wọ́n ti ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì Nàìjíríà ló yẹ kó fún wọn ní dọ́là Nàìjíríà ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ wọn Nàìjíríà ò rí dọ́là san fún wọn.
ẹni sùúrù ẹ má ká sáré púpọ̀ torí pé ẹ má bínú bishop àwọn tẹ́ ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí gbogbo àwọn táwọn bá sọ àtẹ̀mí àmọ́ kankan so tí bá ní kẹ́ ní sùúrù ẹ má fi ṣèbínú oyè ìsà. so ní tẹ́ǹsán nísìnyí pé mo ríyàn tó fi lọ Cairo ṣèbí òun ti sọ tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ó ti ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì kí ló wá dé tí Nàìjíríà ò rí owó fún airline padà ẹ bá mi ṣàlàyé bẹ́ẹ̀.
Now that is the corruption that Nigeria find itself from the public administration side. There is a lot of corruption going on there, and they are not ready for accountability. They are not ready for accountability. Many of these people are illiterate. I'm sorry to say that. Forget it. Even the people in the House of Assembly. It's not when you can speak English that you are educated. When you don't know the rudiment requirement, the nitty-gritty, the importance of what you stand for. Okay, for example, House of Assembly pé Governor Central Bank, àwọn Senate. Níṣẹ́ ni mo ń gbọ́ program ara ń rí mi, wọ́n lè béèrè rí kí lẹ pè yàn wá fún tẹ́ lè béèrè reasonable question lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Wọ́n kàn ní kí ni dọ́là fi wá. Kí ni dọ́là fi wá? Is it hard? Is it rocket science? If you don't know anybody to ask, go and do it. One of the programs tí Mayegun ṣe lánàá, ọmọ kan ń béèrè question kan bẹ̀. I even wrote some of the question down. Number one, àwọn question tó yẹ kó béèrè lọ́wọ́ governor is number one, how much is the foreign reserve that you met? Owó tí ẹni ní exchange reserve yín. Sorry, how this thing works is not the rocket science. Ṣebí kí ni you have a company which is
Benisa.
All right?
Benisa.
Now, Koikimedia in UK has a UK pounds account.
Yes.
Now, Koikimedia in Nigeria has a Naira account.
Yes.
Now, if Koikimedia want to do transaction with Channels Television,
okay,
in Nigeria,
yes,
you will pay Channels Television from your Nigerian Naira account.
Definitely, yes.
Now, if Channel Television want to do transaction with you in UK, Channel Television will have the UK pounds account.
Okay.
Channel Television will pay you from their account in UK in pound sterling.
Not in Naira. No Naira.
Not in Naira because you reside in UK, you will collect it in pounds.
Okay.
So that is relationship our country in Nigeria have foreign reserve. In America, they have dollar account.
Okay.
Account is also supposed in China, Niba Buhari in Yuan. Wọ́n ti fuele dáadáa, wọ́n ti máa ní good relationship. Our relationship, China ò tẹ̀lé ìgbà kan jẹun lówó. So, cash and carry ní China fi ń bá wọn ṣe iye tó wà ńbẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ rajà fún wọn àfikún wá bí dáàdọ̀ tẹ́ bá tún ti lówó epo síbẹ̀. So,
okay, any sort bishop, any sort níbẹ̀ yẹn sà. Ìyẹn fún ti government, but èmi nísìn tí mo kọ̀ wá jẹ́ individual, mo wá tún wá fẹ́ lọ rajà ní China yẹn nísìn. China ò ní gba náírà lọ́wọ́ mi àbí àbọ̀ máa gba náírà lọ́hùn.
No, Yuan no máa gbà.
So mo láti ṣẹ́ ìyẹn láti inú Nàìjíríà kí n tó máa lọ sọ́hùn àbí ṣé Nàìjíríà lè garanti pé because à ń gbọ́ pé àwọn ìlú kan náà wọ́n garanti mọ́ bàbá kí tó yẹ sọ nígbà yẹn pé àwọn ìlú kan náà wọ́n lè garanti business people mọ́ kò ní sáwa small business àwọn business tó ń ṣe up to billions or millions of dollars ẹgbọ́n sókè à ń gbọ́n sà.
Mo bọ̀ ó máa yẹ ẹni sìn náà gbogbo transaction tí
Grandma
àwọn bá
Awoniyi mo
ṣe
kí
nínú
náà ẹ káàárọ̀.
Nàìjíríà gbogbo transaction tá a bá ń ṣe nínú
Mo kí yàrá
Nàìjíríà
ayọ̀ tó kẹ́ ẹ̀ káàbọ̀ náà ẹ bá pín tòyí mo ń gbádùn yín bishop.
gbogbo transaction tí citizen Nàìjíríà bá ń ṣe nínú Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú outside country another country outside Nàìjíríà ló ń ṣe.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
Gbogbo transaction tí citizen Nàìjíríà bá ṣe nínú Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú outside country any outside country Nigeria government ló ṣe.
Okay.
That is the reason nígbà tí Nigeria government yáwó tó jẹ gbèsè tó lè san. Kàkà kí the law kó hold on Nigeria. Nigeria dín value owó wọn kí owó wọn kó lè wà multiple láti fi owó díẹ̀ tó ní kó lè fi san owó tó jẹ àwa pọ̀. Then aráàlú Nàìjíríà tó ń transact ló máa sọ gbogbo gbèsè yẹn lọ. For example, èmi àti à ń tají, ẹ̀yin ta igi, èmi ń ta epo pupa. Now, 1 tuber of igi lọ́dọ̀ yín, òun ni 1 keg of epo pupa lọ́dọ̀ mi.
Okay.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
Loud and clear, sir.
Now, that is currency. That is currency now. Now, èmi wá jẹ yín ní owó. Ẹ wá ní owó tí mo tẹ jẹ kí n sọ. Mo á ní mo ò ní up to that. Okay, kí ni ká ṣe? Ṣé káwa ká sọ 2 keg of epo pupa ká sọ di 1 tuber of igi ọ̀dọ̀ yín?
Okay.
So that SS 11 keg of epo tẹ́yìn bá ti ń gbà tẹ́yìn bá ti fún wa ní 1 tuber of igi tó bá ti pé the number of owó tá a jẹ yín yẹn then we revert it back to 1 tuber and 1 keg. So the country signed the agreement through the central bank, then they devalues. So wọ́n kọ́ aláàlú ni pé 1 tuber of igi ó ti di 2 keg o. Àwọn aládùn àmà pariwo kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ìlú yín ló jẹ gbèsè. So aráàlú ló kò ń ṣe gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ló ń ta epo aráàlú ló ń ta
ṣe get bẹ́ẹ̀. So táràlú tó yẹ kó jẹ́ 1 head government ń reduce it to 2 to 1. So táràlú bá ti ń ṣe transaction yẹn tí ìlú tí Nàìjíríà jẹ lówó yẹn tó wó yẹn bá wá ti pé instead of them to revert it to 1 bó ṣe jẹ́ yẹn. Nigeria have progressive backlog and debt. Gbèsè ń bá gbèsè. Ìjọba kan ò tí ì sọ gbèsè tán ìjọba míì dé ìjọba míì tún ti lọ ń yá gbèsè. Ẹ̀rí Tinubu tuntun lọ ń yáwó. Tó báwo náà ṣe fẹ́ san owó tí Buhari jẹ tán? Báwo ni fẹ́ sọ tán tí
for argument's sake. Any sort of bishop.
Naira will never grow.
Okay, any sort of bishop.
I just give you a simple analogy from there.
But àwọn tó ń yáwó nísìn wọ́n náà fẹ́ fi ṣe development tí a máa fi tètè ní rapid economic growth láti fi make mò ń gbọ́ yín sà.
Koiki, ọjọ́ wo ló rí UK kó wá yáwó ní Nàìjíríà?
Mọ̀ báwa ti pẹ́ ní civilization tó máa ń sọ nìyẹn. Wọ́n ní Nàìjíríà fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. Mò ń gbọ́.
No. UK as at nígbà tí ìjà Russia àti kìíní bẹ̀rẹ̀. UK went to a bit 23% recession in the economic figure. Wọ́n gbé jáde. Wọ́n nílò owó. Now, nǹkan tí UK ṣe wọ́n ní kàkà káwọn gbé pound sterling wálẹ̀. Àwọn máa increase owó àwọn ọmọ tó wá gbé ìlú wọn tó ń ṣe ọmọ UK. Wọ́n jẹ́ you said it in your program that time. Ara àwọn foreigner tó wá gbé UK náà ti yọ owó yẹn.
Ìyẹn health charge subcharge àti àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́tẹ́ ń wọlé káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà máa pín láwà níbí báyìí o. Ẹ má jókòó síbẹ̀ pé Nàìjíríà máa da kò ní da fún Nàìjíríà o. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó da fún Nàìjíríà o. Mo ń gbọ́ yín bishop. Mo gbádùn yín.
Àwọn ìlú tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọmọ ìlú wọn àti orílẹ̀-èdè wọn nìyẹn. Nigeria doesn't care. Nigeria government doesn't care.
Okay.
They don't care. They have seen the citizen as a slave to work táwọn jẹ.
But ẹ jẹ́ ń béèrè ìbéèrè kan bishop. Àwọn tó ń jáde tó ń complain pé ẹ bá a sọ fún Bọ́lá Tinubu ìyẹn Jagaban the bogu of kinní kan pé kó bá wa tún Nàìjíríà ṣe. Kí ni expectation wọn ṣé Tinubu lè tún Nàìjíríà ṣe bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ ìmọ̀ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ àtẹ̀sẹ̀ wọlé dísìmà mo ti rọ́wọ́ yín nínú GoFundMe wáyé tí bá wa náwó síbẹ̀ nítorí tí náwó sí ẹ bá wa náwó sí tabaréyàn 300 tó ń fún wa ní £1 $2 owó yẹn tètè grow ẹ má dìgbà tí a bá ní ẹgbẹ́ Koiki ń dùn báyìí ẹ bá dáwó ìgbà ilẹ̀ máa dáwó ẹgbẹ́ ò dùn mí báyìí a ní ìdòwó láti fi operate bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Bishop dẹ̀ ti máa ṣàlàyé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ kan tó tún ṣẹ̀ jáde nípa rúbà because àwọn tó ń wà skeptical nípa rúbà ó dà ń pé ó ti ń yé wọn ju tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ nísìn nígbà tí wọ́n ti rí pé ó dà ń pé náírà ti ń crash àárọ̀ yìí Bishop láàárọ̀ yìí kò ń ṣe pé mo send owó kan láàárọ̀ yìí kò ń ṣe pé mo ní tó pọ̀ but ẹ mọ̀ ọlọ́run ẹ̀ka rí emergency ti pọ̀ jù Nàìjíríà emergency bá dẹ̀ dé nígbà míì kò sí nǹkan tá a máa ṣe sí kò ń ṣe owó tó pọ̀ Bishop mo send £10 sílé láàárọ̀ yìí ó fún mi ní 18,000 naira.
owó ni ẹ.
irọ́ lẹ pa o.
owó yẹn 18,000 naira ẹ. bó ṣe dún 18,000 naira ẹ. kò lè ra àkọ́kọ́.
irọ́ lẹ pa kí ló dé tó lè ra àkọ́kọ́ màá ní kọ́ bá mi rẹ ẹja kọ́ ra ata kọ́ ra gàrí kọ́ ra ẹ̀wà kọ́ dẹ̀ ra gbogbo ẹ̀ sílé lórí 18,000 yẹn.
18,000 yẹn ó lè ṣe ọbẹ̀ tẹ máa jẹ fọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta 18,000 naira.
kò lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ kẹta nǹkan kí ló máa tún ṣẹlẹ̀ wá tún padà wá bá mi.
tún gba another paper.
ayé ìyẹn lè máa wọ̀ èmi gan £10 per hour ni mo ti ṣe 2 hours nísìnyí àti rẹ̀ ní fún £20 nísìnyí. kí ló ń pa Bishop lẹ́rìn náà ẹni sùúrù Bishop èyí tó ń dùn ẹni sùúrù ẹ má ti sáré èyí tó ń dùn èmi lọ́kàn mọ̀ èmi gan ti jókòó 2 hours nísìnyí mo ti rẹ̀ ní fún mi ní £20. bí a grandma àwọn bàbá mi àwọn ìyàwó ní nǹkan kan lọ́mọ ní Koiki wálẹ̀ tó ń ṣe ti pọ̀ jọ ìyàwó náà gbọ̀n kankan níbẹ̀ yẹn olú ẹ ti ṣe 2 hours nísìn lórí ìjókòó èmi rẹ̀ ti send 18,000 sí Nàìjíríà èmi gan ìtì pa £20 bí ṣe bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí mo ìtì pa £20 lórí ìjókòó báyìí èmi rẹ̀ ti send 18,000 sílé ẹ tí wọ́n sọ pé ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ló máa fi ṣe ibẹ̀ lẹ́yìn kan ya divide ọbẹ̀ yẹn sí ọjọ́ mẹ́fà mo gbọ́n sókè mo bá ní Bishop ọjọ́ mẹ́ta bíi ti báwo.
kọ́gbẹ́jẹ̀ sínú fridge.
But on a serious note, Bishop, mo fẹ́ ká lọ sínú Yoruba. Èmi ò bẹ̀rù Yoruba. Àwọn tó ń bẹ̀rù problem wọn nìyẹn. There's always even try and fail. Katuari try dada. Even if we do, we can still revert and look at it. Iran started their drone project in the 80s. In Kokolomu wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní 1980s. Lẹ́ni Iran ní drone tó lè travel distance and kó ju bọ́ǹbù síbì kan kó dẹ̀ crash síbẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, kó dẹ̀ crash. Ẹ wo common Yemen. Yemen ní ìsàlẹ̀ Saudi ń bẹ̀. Ó ní flying kìíní tó bọ́ǹbù kìíní Amẹ́ríkà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ẹyọ̀kan péré ni wọ́n ní and it is old type kò ó ṣiṣẹ́. At least wọ́n dì pẹ̀lú Amẹ́ríkà náà mọ̀ pé Yemen ò kì í ṣe ìlú yẹpẹrẹ. Yemen tí kò tó jẹ́ pé kò tó Benin Republic. Yemen.
Now kí ló dé tí a ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ advice àwọn èèyàn wa pé tó bá tẹ̀ náà wọ́n fi múùfù 20 million ọlọ́run jẹ́ káwọn kan ní 20 million lákàn ní náírà tí wọ́n ní àwọn fẹ́ fi sílẹ̀ níbẹ̀. Kí ló dé tí a ṣe ń advice wọn pé ẹ má jẹ́ kí gbogbo 20 million yẹn kó wà ní náírà mọ́ nísìn. Ẹ múùfù díẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀ kẹ́ tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ sí ibòmíì tá à ń pè ní rúbà. Àwọn kan ní ṣòwò Yorùbá country ni ṣé Yorùbá money ni ṣé kinní kan èmi sì tún sọ Ọláyọmí Kóìkì ni mò ń jẹ́. It is our template prototype ta fẹ́ lò. Ó máa ní amendment. Mo sọ pé 1958 ni wọ́n set up CBN Act. 2 years ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ẹ lọ Google ẹ̀, màá dẹ̀ ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ láàárọ̀ again. 1958, 2 years kan tó ná ọmọ fún wa ní independent ni wọ́n ti ń prepare CBN Act. So ilé táwa náà ṣe nísìn, à ń prepare act kan triple DRS ní kí a máa gbowó ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí. Bishop, why should Yoruba people láàárọ̀ yìí láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí think about investing their money away from the naira lọ sí rúbà àbí kó ra gold àbí kó ra silver bọ̀ rúbà là ń polówó láàárọ̀ yìí, ẹ bá ń gbóhùn sókè.
Okay, kò sí nǹkan tí fẹ́ sọ tó new ju.
mo ti rí busy man 1 2 3 mo ti kí lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé mo ti rí signal yín ẹ ṣé gan ni fún donation lórí GoFundMe. Ẹ gbóhùn sókè Bishop, ẹ má bínú fún interruption.
Kò sí nǹkan tí fẹ́ sọ tó new ju statement Professor Banji Akintoye when he came out on Yoruba World Media and now Ruba, and he called me out on it also. Nígbà yẹn la ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ àti ẹ̀ tí ìgbésí tàgbà yẹn à ń ṣe sáìtì wa lọ́wọ́. But Ruba ti rẹ́dì nígbà yẹn, àwa wá ń build báńkì wa lọ́wọ́ nígbà yẹn. Now the fourth purpose is to save the financial assets of our people at home against the valuation.
The Bishop ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. I'm sharing the link of the Ruba www.rbebanking.org. Bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, ní share link yẹn sí inú comment section.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ lè download mobile app wa lórí Google Play Store, Android.
Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ là ń gbọ́ yín sọ.
Tọ́mà ti fẹ́ RBE virtual bank app download, but it really good. Now, so that's the first for to save the financial asset of our people in homelands, because Naira keeps the value and will keep the value as Nigeria economy is dead. And there is no wasting of time. Tí Tinubu ṣe yẹn, they've advised him kì í gbọ́ràn. Bàbá ní Tinubu is difficult to advise. Difficult to advise. Tó o bá ṣe ìfẹ́ inú ẹ̀ kó kú lọ́wọ́ kò mọ̀. He learned by personal experience. Doesn't listen to advice. Doesn't listen to gbogbo tó ń kó gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá jẹ́ ìyá yìí is not necessary. How do you want to build an economy tó ti kú? Tí Fúlàní ti fi gbogbo everything ìyàwó, leave the debt and everything for them and let us have our own country. Why did you go and put our ọmọ Yorùbá into unnecessary? Why are you struggling people? You want to build an economy that is there. Òun ló wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀ nísìnyí tó ń bá fa gidigidi. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ darandaran threatening president ìlú tó ń fi kú ṣeré. Ìlú tó nọ́ba tó ní joyè tó ní military tó ní everything. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ darandaran threatening ni ẹ̀. Kò dẹ̀ sí DSS kankan tó gbé kankan nu wọn. And you call that a country? Ṣé Ìgbòho threatening anybody tó fẹ́ lọ pamọ́ lé? Ó ní ẹ má pa àwọn
àwọn èèyàn mímọ́ ó dẹ̀ ṣe rálì wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ pa mọ́lé àwọn kan jáde wọ́n ń bọ̀m̀bù wọ́n lára là ń bọ̀m̀bù ẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe bá wọ́n ṣàwọ̀ wọ́n tó sọ fún pírẹ́sídẹ̀ntì wípé òun fi kú ṣeré kinní kan wọn kò sẹ́ni tó gbé ìkan nínú wọn. ṣé ó dìgbà tó bá ń la orí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kọ́ kó information síbẹ̀ kọ́ pàdé padà kó tó yé wọn wípé that is not our country. So the second purpose is to help our people in diaspora to be able to transfer their money without restriction because at the information we pay at the very close range our western world máa block àwọn èèyàn láti gbowó wọn jáde especially Nigerians nílé ìgbowó yín jáde mọ́ wọ́n ti òun lamẹ́ríkà ń ṣe yẹn wọ́n ti sọ fún yín lè gba more than so amount of dollars nínú àkáǹtì yín lè withdraw more than so amount of in fact tó bá fẹ́ send South Africa báńkì yẹn máa sọ wípé for what purpose even ní UK ó fẹ́ ìkan tó fẹ́ send owó tí ó sọ pé for what purpose what is the relationship between you and ẹ tó fẹ́ send owó sí gbogbo kinní yẹn jágbàjàgbà owó ẹ kò fẹ́ gbà ó dọ̀ràn so restrictions máa wà but tó owó ẹ bá ti wà nínú Yoruba is in the blockchain and we control it. You can move your money and convert it to any money, SEPA, pounds, or wherever you think you want to live your life and collect it and continue to live there. But they were not. See, House of Assembly about to sign with Yoruba la mama no. That central bank was established. On my print Yoruba fiat currency, then you convert it straight and collect in the banks, and then you start using your money. Okay. So that's that. Number 3 is to test run the economy of Yoruba people. If we did not do Yoruba, we will not know that within 7 months, Nigeria 100% subjugate Nigerian to penury and poverty through naira choose of economy.
Òyìnbó yẹn ti pọ̀ jù bishop ẹ bá gbé wá sí level tiwa because primary gbogbo kìíní tẹ̀sán ẹni sí ẹ ti lọ too fast ẹ bá wa gbé wá sí level wa.
Okay. Now, as at April last year 2023, Yoruba came out on the market. Our bank méjìlá bẹ̀rẹ̀ RBA àti Yoruba cash.
Okay.
Àwọn yágbóyájú ló ní Yoruba cash.
Okay.
Bàbá àwọn yẹn náà ṣiṣẹ́ ní Dubai on ta Yoruba there. So as that, Yoruba started with 10,000 naira equivalent, which because Yoruba is $12.
Okay.
And it's stable. It's still $12 till today. For fall, the naira is a stable currency like dollar. So it was 10,000 naira nígbà yẹn tẹ́bá wo value dollar nígbà yẹn sí kìíní 10,000 naira. Now ẹ wo July sí February tá wà ní 2024 Yoruba is 20,000 naira now equivalent.
Ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ bishop kí lẹ fi gauge ẹ̀ tẹ́ fi rí pé $12 ni mo kí bàbá wa Ayuba mo ti rọ́wọ́ yín lórí GoFundMe wa ẹ tún bàbá wa fi ọwọ́ sínú GoFundMe yẹn so báwo lẹ́yìn ṣe gauge ẹ̀ tó fi di pé ẹ mú $12 lọ sí $1.
Okay, nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ question tá àwọn kan náà béèrè so now as an economist you understand that but let me now explain it now a ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ microeconomic analysis láti 2021 dé 2022 tàbí ṣiṣẹ́ ọdún bíi méjì sẹ́yìn la fi ṣiṣẹ́ táǹpadà ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá Akíntóyè táǹpadà wa so a ṣe microeconomic analysis lórí economy ilẹ̀ Yorùbá in naira àdẹ̀ṣe níbẹ̀nẹ̀ náà àwọn ọba àǹkó táì gbogbo ọba àwọn àṣìṣe yẹn àwọn bálù ní tí wọ́n rajà àti gbogbo nǹkan ìwé compare. Now nígbà táwa ṣe yẹn tán a wá rí i pé the lowest amount tí náírà lè rà as at that time kì í ṣe sí o as at that time the lowest amount tí náírà lè rà is 50 naira.
Okay.
And 50 naira dẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà yẹn ó máa ra ẹ̀pà dídì ṣúgà dídì too sweet. Fún ọmọdé.
Okay.
So we and nígbà tí Ruba designed. Ruba is Ruba and Dua. Ruba is a paper, Dua is a coin. Just the way you have pounds and pence. So the Dua is like pence, is a coin. So 100 Dua make 1 Ruba. And the Dua was gotten from Dua. The Ruba was gotten from Yoruba. So the Yoruba is the Ruba is a paper, the Dua is a coin. And 100 Dua make 1 Ruba. Now we have half Dua, so that be half kobo, half coin. Then we have 1 Dua. Then we have 2 Dua, 5 Dua, 10 Dua, 20 Dua, and 50 Dua. Then after that you have 1 Ruba, which is paper. Now, if the lowest that Naira could buy is 50 Naira, according to the analysis, the lowest of our new currency will be equal to 50 Naira, which is half Dua coin.
Okay.
Are you getting it? So half Dua, which is like half pence or half kobo, it was now equal to 50 Naira. So we base the analysis on that. So one Dua will now be worth 100 Naira, and 2 Dua 200. So if 100 Dua make 1 Ruba, and 1 Ruba and 1 Dua is 100 Naira, so 100 times 100 is 10,000. That is why 1 Ruba was 10,000 Naira as at that time. So we submit it to the blockchain company, the network. So nígbà tí wọ́n analyze yẹn, wọ́n pe àwọn agent wọn tó wà ní Nigeria to confirm if what we submitted is evaluated to be true. And the report went back to them that it is true, that even I downplay price yẹn díẹ̀ wípé nǹkan tó wọ́n jù yẹn lọ, because agent wọn Calabar lòun wà àti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá làwọn ti ṣe analysis. Nígbà tá a ní lowest Naira could buy 50 Naira, àwọn sọ pé ní Calabar lowest Naira could buy 700 Naira náà. Pé nǹkan tó wọ́n lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n lọ. So they accept our document, approve it. Nǹkan tó wá fi ṣe iye owó táwa máa kó sí exchange account wa lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n lọ́hùn nìyẹn in dollars. So owó tá a kó síbẹ̀ is much, is millions. So I don't want to talk much.
Okay. So, let me ask this question. Just yes. Okay.
Let me finish it. You don't ask question. Okay. Now, value sí Ruba yẹn, òun ló jẹ́ kó determine iye tá a máa kó sí exchange deposit. Nígbà tá a wá owó yẹn tó wọ́n pé ta kó sí exchange deposit tó fún wa ní network, nínú wa dùn wípé Ruba ti ready. Ó wá kú bá a ṣe máa ná. So àwọn banks ló máa ná, ní gbogbo wa ṣe lọ open banks láti ná. Now I will now explain. Nígbà tí wọ́n wo 10,000 Naira yẹn, as at that time 10,000 Naira was equal to like $13.
Okay.
So me.
Yeah.
Now, so tí ẹ bá wá ń ṣe Ruba bó ṣe bí wọ́n ṣe máa ń package owó yìí like bundles. So nígbà tí wọ́n wá wò wípé tí transaction bá ṣẹlẹ̀, network láti change owó from owó ọ̀dọ̀ tí yín tẹ́ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dálẹ̀ yìí sí owó míì lè máa gbà á. Charges máa wà. Charges yẹn wọ́n ní $1 ló máa charge. Kọ́ lè fi set to everything. Wọ́n ní pé ṣé customer tó fẹ́ convert ní kan charge àbí our company can take care of it.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n explain àárín yẹn. No, any sort of Bishop, because many people don't understand that the charges tó ń sọ yẹn. Tẹ́ bá send I've seen somebody tó sọ pé Koiki mo lè send owó sí ẹ through PayPal because wọ́n máa charge. Mo ní no, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ charge because ibi táwọn ti fẹ́ make owó wọn nìyẹn. Ẹ fẹ́ fún mi ní £50. Ẹ dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí ẹni tí a fẹ́ lo transaction ní network chain wọn kó yọ owó nínú ẹ̀, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ yọ owó. So ìyẹn mo kàn fi ṣe ṣàlàyé gbọ́. Ẹgbọ́n sókè Bishop.
So lára charges yẹn ni blockchain company yẹn náà máa san percentage fún àwọn báńkì wa náà, ibẹ̀ làwọn náà ti ń rí nǹkan díẹ̀díẹ̀. So àwa ní pé no, customer charge ẹ̀ mọ́ wọ́n kúkú yọ nínú round up owó rúbà yẹn so òun náà ṣe evaluate ẹ̀ náà ṣe yọ $1 yẹn tó máa charge yẹn kúrò nínú $13 yẹn ó wá kù $12 òun ni rúbà ṣe jẹ́ $12 value so if you want to buy rúbà it is actually $13 that will be charged from you but your Ruba is $12. When you want to convert Ruba to any other currency, no charges. It will give you $12 straight.
Okay.
Do you now understand? Yeah.
All right.
So that is it.
Now, let's now come back to the nitty-gritty. Why? I mean, as you saw, the reason why we are preparing for this in terms of part of testing the Yoruba economy. But kí ló dé táwọn Yorùbá kan tí wọ́n fún wa ní another plan and this is different from pé ká kọ̀ máa dáwó síbì kan in terms of owó tá lè lò jọ wájú àbí if I'm right ẹ rántí pé wọ́n ní a ní àkáǹtì kan pẹ̀lú àwọn YSDM that account is meant for people to donate there tàbádẹ̀ nídìí owó yẹn ìyẹn à lè gbà jáde this Ruba is different from the YSDM account.
Okay. YSDM account ò ṣe Ruba owó ọ̀dàgbẹ́dẹ̀ ó pọ̀ in dollar owó àwọn YSDM abẹ́ country ló wà.
Okay.
It's private account and code. But Ruba is not under any country.
Okay.
We have our own blockchain contract network. Owó kò ń ṣe pé country kan ló wà lábẹ́. Lamẹ́ríkà kò láàbù Ruba máa ṣiṣẹ́. Bí UK kò láàbù Ruba máa ṣiṣẹ́. Bí Nàìjíríà kò láàbù Ruba máa ṣiṣẹ́.
Okay.
Kò sí ní abẹ́ country anything.
All right. Moving forward swiftly, before we let you go, in terms of àwọn tí wọ́n wà ní Nigeria nísìn, many Nigerians have used to all these transactions because of the way their own network nípa àbáfẹ́gbà àwa nísìn tí bá ní ìdòwò nísìn I hardly see cash ó dàn pé mo ní £5 kan nínú wallet mi the last time tí mo rí owó bẹ́ẹ̀ is because báwo mo tẹ̀ ṣe rówó yẹn okay nǹkan fún mi ní cash we hardly see cash in this country almost every money goes through the transaction but you talked about something that is very very important nípa from this country tó bá fẹ́ say go that the airport tó bá fẹ́ travel ó léye figure tó lè gbé dání ó gbọ́dọ̀ declare owó yẹn tó o bá ti declare owó tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ it becomes money laundering. But ìtí mo fẹ́ béèrè ni pé kí ló ń ba àwa Yorùbá lẹ́rù débi pé a gbé ayé wa lórí TikTok àmẹ́ni tó ní TikTok ẹlòmíràn tẹ̀mẹ́ni tó ní TikTok a gbé life wa lórí Facebook àmẹ́ni tó ní a gbé life wa lórí Instagram àmẹ́ni tó ní a gbé life wa lórí X and when I say a gbé life wa gbogbo information wa tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn ni wọ́n ti tàdánù because data gangan ló ń paṣu gbogbo àgbáyé lẹ́nìí so if you are now saying that torí pé bí à ń gbọ́wọ́n ẹni tó ní Ruba tó set it up la ṣe ń wà skeptical ìyẹn mo fẹ́ mú jáde ń bẹ̀ why do we become a very skeptical people when it comes to setting up our own and designing something that will be of benefit Koikimedia ta fi hàn operate nísìn I mean èbí mo nìkan mi mo dẹ̀ gbé sílẹ̀ fún Yorùbá nation ni látọdún mẹ́ta nínú ẹ̀ wọ́n ti mú mi jalè nínú ẹ̀ wọ́n ní èmi àti Ìgbòho la fi da Nàìjíríà rú nínú ẹ̀ àṣírí àwọn tó ń bú wa even though pé Koikimedia ó jẹ́ kó máa operate nǹkan míì tó máa fi paṣu ní gbogbo àgbáyé which is true because mo ní nǹkan tí mo lè ṣe pẹ̀lú Koikimedia but because intergbedani we have lost contract àwọn tá à ń bá ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n náà wọ́n lè bá wa ṣe mọ́ because of the kind of iṣẹ́ tí mo gbé dání nísìn but in 3 years èmi nìkan mo mọ revenue tí mo ti lose nípa organization mi yet àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan tún bú mi lórí organization yìí why are we like that ìtí mo fẹ́ bèrè nìyẹn why are we always skeptical because Koikimedia nísìn ó ń challenge channels tí kò lè san tèmi sọ ó ń challenge TVC ó ń challenge àwọn tó jẹ́ kó máa sòótọ́ fún àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó sòótọ́ fún wọn but yet èmi làwọn èèyàn wá attack even though pé channels nísìn mọ́mọ́ àbí kí ló ń jẹ́ Tony mọ́mọ́ ó lè tó ń gbà lọ́wọ́ federal government TVC Tinubu ló ní owó Lagos tó fi set it up tó bá fi dídẹ òun nìkan lè ṣe kódà bá ṣe gbọ́gan sẹ̀ Ben television nílùú yìí owó òṣèlú wà nínú ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ èyí tí Alester Soyode dá sílẹ̀ nílùú yìí owó òṣèlú wà nínú ẹ̀ ó ti collapse nísìnyí kò sí strong network kan ní tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́ because owó yàn wá bó ṣe jẹ́ kó wá tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́ but ibi tá a fẹ́ lò kọ́ nìyẹn Arise náà àwọn náà ní owó òṣèlú nínú because bọ̀bọ̀ tó ní òun ló ní this day adẹ̀mọ̀ pé PDP staunch backup ni so gbogbo wọn náà lọ ti gbówó fún AIT owó òṣèlú ni kọ́lọ̀ fọ́run kẹ́ Raymond Depesi èmi ò lówó òṣèlú nísìn ìyẹn la ṣe ń wá sí public now Bishop public lẹ́yìn náà tí wọ́n bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé kọ́ wá dá sọ̀rọ̀ rúbà kọ́ gbówó wá sí rúbà bọ̀ wọ́n wò pé ó dà ń pa àìtí ní gbówó yẹn wá kí ló ń fà á.
Let me now tell you now they are not skeptical.
Àgbọ́yé sà.
They are not skeptical.
Okay.
Many of them wọ́n máa ń gbẹ̀yìn register kówó sí rúbà. I will explain to you.
Okay.
They are not skeptical. Ọ̀tẹ̀ ló ń ṣe wọ́n. Ọ̀tẹ̀.
Okay.
Yoruba like ọ̀tẹ̀. I've seen a lot of message on my WhatsApp because ẹ máa text mi á ní pé I want to know you better.
Ṣé wọ́n mọ ẹni tó ní WhatsApp better? Ó rà pé àmọ̀ pé ẹni tó ní WhatsApp ló ní Facebook ló ní Instagram mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta lòun kó. Ìyẹn Mark Zuckerberg òun ló ní mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta òun ló ní Facebook òun ló ní WhatsApp òun ló ní Instagram. Mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Mo wá dá lóhùn mo ní kó lọ pe bàbá Akíntóyè. Ṣé what else do you want to know? Abi a lot of ṣẹ́rí Yorùbá ojú nípa máa ń wò àìfi ti ìwà ṣe and àìbá ọ̀tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ yẹn òun ni ò jẹ́ kí ayé wa ó gún ilẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Ẹbí sùúrù Bishop brother mi kan náà wọ̀n tẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Raymond Depesi ti kú níbo lẹ́yìn wà ó ti kódà tó bá ń jẹ mọ́ínmọ́ín lọ́rùn báyìí ó ti ń bá wọn jẹ mọ́ínmọ́ín Raymond Depesi die ó ti sing on self ẹgbọ́n sókè Bishop.
Now I'll feel the real discipline tí Yorùbá tí wọ́n bí wa mọ́ our value ẹ̀ òun ni a ṣe rí àwọn ọmọ àdánù tí wọ́n fi jọba àbí tí wọ́n di popular is the city. No, and we have wrong people in position of authority because of ọ̀tẹ̀.
Okay.
Ọ̀tẹ̀. So, but èmi ò ní issue pẹ̀lú Yorùbá. Ṣé rí nǹkan tó máa mú gbogbo wọn wá kó wọn sí rúbà ọdún yìí ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Kò sẹ́ tó máa bẹ̀ wọ́n èyí tí ò bá lè kówó ẹ̀ sí rúbà tó á lọ wá another blockchain á kówó ẹ̀ sí.
Rúbà náà ẹ má ẹ̀ka sọ fún ọkọ lọ kó síbò míì rúbà náà lọ má gbọ́dọ̀ wá kó sí ibùdó tó bá lọ kó síbò míì àtún lẹ́tọ́ lọ advertise fún àwọn olùmíì ni náà ẹ má ẹ̀ka sọ yẹn ẹ mọ̀ bá a gbọ́dọ̀ protect àwọn èèyàn wa àwa tá à ń ní sùúrù Bishop mo ní àdé pẹ̀lú nínú yẹn àwa tá à ń jà páńpẹ́ àwọn èèyàn a gbọ́dọ̀ máa mọ tí bá tẹ̀sọ́ pa máa jà náà mọ̀ fẹ́ yẹ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pa máa jà ká máa pààyàn tó téèyàn máa kú tó pọ̀ so a gbọ́dọ̀ wà very careful.
Ọmọ yìí ti bọ̀ yẹn sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Mo ń gbọ́.
Sorry bàbí ọmọ yìí ti bọ̀ yẹn sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Mo ń gbọ́.
Ọmọ yìí rò pé bóyá ó ní nǹkan tó ṣe ń pa tó ṣe ń pa.
Ó ní ẹni sùúrù Bishop it doesn't matter ó ní nǹkan ní tó bá wọn ni kò sọ Yorùbá nation ta fẹ́ ní kò ní nǹkan ni tí bá gba Yorùbá country èmi náà nǹkan tí máa jẹ nínú ẹ̀ UK ni mo wà nísìn kí lẹ rò pé mo fi ń gbádùn UK torí mo níwèé ni àwọn èèyàn wà ní UK nísìn tó ní ìwé tó gbádùn ìlú yìí mo ṣeré even though wọ́n restrict me wọ́n ní mo ní right sí benefit nílùú yìí wọ́n ní kí n lọ máa ṣiṣẹ́ ni kí n lọ máa fi support family mi though wọ́n look after family mi ò níwọ̀nba tó lè look after ìtorí pé wọ́n ní right but èmi fúnra ara mi wọ́n fún mi ní right yẹn pé kí n gba benefit so ìtumọ̀ sọ ni pé Yorùbá nation tá à ń sọ yìí náà gbogbo alájọ máa jàǹfààní ẹ̀ so mo fẹ́ ká wà very careful in our words ẹjọ́ ẹgbẹ́ òsèké Bishop.
Oníkan tó sọ́ọ̀sì tó rán mi létí benefit torí sáìtì yẹn ó ní a lot of sophisticated things tó ti because it has been planned gbogbo ẹ ti wà ń bẹ̀ tó yẹ pé àti ẹ̀ tí ì lo 20% capability ẹ̀. Now ó ní instruction wípé kakọ̀ máa fi register account nìkan kọ́ ló wà fún. Now ó ní portal kan bẹ̀ tó ń jẹ́
Financial and social security code is database for Yoruba social security code. Baba Tito if you give order, we become when you come along register. And the body need Yoruba account. Open your account. Look for FSST. Click on it. Register and submit. The dot is 0.30. Then you will have your social security certificate. Yoruba have a database through the Yoruba banks. So I want to register. I want to take back certificate. So if and there are some other things to just pay time by time. Baba will give order extra for Baba will give order extra for So it's time for social security now, and that's why Baba gave that order. And I want to register for social security code. So go to Yoruba to get social security certificate here. Because that is our database now to identify Yoruba indigenous citizen. Go and open the Yoruba account, then register your social FSSP there. Put the little money you can put there. Financial and social security code is for identification of indigenous Yoruba identity. Cherry John Kababa Kabati Dorile Wato àwọn èèyàn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa wálé and àwọn míì tó wà nínú ilé náà àti láwùsá Fúlàní tó ń sọ Yorùbá tó ń jẹ́ orúkọ Yorùbá Igbo tó ń jẹ́ orúkọ Yorùbá tó ń sọ Yorùbá. How do we identify ourselves? Àwọn ọmọ nípọ̀mọ Yorùbá náà, so it is that FSSC that we identify indigenous Yoruba people. So if you don't have and you now say that ọmọ Yorùbá ni ẹ bàbá ní pé wọ́n máa darí kẹ́ lọ bá kábíyèsí ìlú tẹ́lẹ̀ ti wá yẹn. So kábíyèsí dìyẹn ló máa fún yín ní letter of identification bóyá béèrè ní pé ọmọ bo ní ẹ nílẹ̀ yìí agboolé wo ló ti wá tó o bá wá lágboolé tó ọmọ bàbá ẹ nílùú yẹn. You cannot blame Yoruba Nation administrative government from not accepting you as indigenous. You will just be ordinary citizen.
The last question, because I think just say 15 minutes, and I think is in depth. I'm sure on top of the program later on. Koiki, I want to Bishop, and to bad need the contact Bishop. Get in touch. The last question, brother, me Arole Odudua. Says Koiki, have you had is away from entertaining discourse? So that we can just move into something slightly. Go to the Bishop Malo. Please ask Bishop what is the estimate to set up a Yoruba account. Okay, what is the estimate to set up a Yoruba account?
Go to www.org. Then sign up. Yoruba Nation is there after Yemen. If you are Yoruba citizen, you take Yoruba Nation. If you are Nigerian, there is no problem. Take the country that is your choice. The account will open. But the when you now open the account, you will do your KYC. You will, once your account is open, you will look up. You will see those buttons, KYC portal. Click on it. It just request of your ID information. Put your ID number, the ID card type name. Then the country that gives you the ID, then submit. Then
okay. That's one.
Within 10 minutes, your account will be approved and verified. Then you can now call our customer care +234 90 670 50000. It's 40 that ended. +234 90 670 50000. Well, you call WhatsApp only. If you call direct line, because you are in Nigeria, nobody will pick it. It's called WhatsApp or chat. It's a customer care WhatsApp line. People will respond to you once you. So why you will call the customer care is if you know how to use cryptocurrency.
Okay, I think the banking don't go long. So any sort of Bishop.
You have to call.
I think this individual is talking about opening the bank itself. Anyone open banking as well. I think that's what the person is talking about.
You want to have your own bank.
Yes.
Ruba Bank.
Yes.
Call me. I will discuss. I will link you to the admin office in Benin and what you need to do. That's
all right. Okay. And on the final note, ọba wa nílùú yìí wọn náà ní àìsàn kan tó ń ṣe kọlọmọba fún lálàáfíà but nítorí wàá yà mí lẹ́nu ni pé bishop àgbolọ ní wọ́n recommend fún bishop ẹ̀rín yìí máa ń wà scarcity gan ẹ̀rín yìí tó lágbára báyìí wọ́n ní àgbo ni wọ́n recommend fún ọba UK àwa kẹrẹ tó bá ní ká lọ máa gbó a máa sá àgbò lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún wa.
Ọlọ́run máa gba Yorùbá.
Àgbo.
nígbà tí COVID jáde yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Ó máa ń pẹ́ àwọn ìyá alágbò kan wà ní eré ọ̀dọ̀ wa ń bí báyìí. Tọ́ ní pé wọ́n ní ta ló ń jẹ́ ọmọ akú wárápá níwájú ọmọ akú yányán.
Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè.
Wọ́n ní ewé àdégbò tó máa fi ṣe àgbo fún kínní ẹ̀. Ó ní COVID máa sá lọ ní láàrin ọjọ́ méjì. Ó ní kí ló jẹ́ COVID. Àwọn wá ní ìyá.
Nísò ẹ jẹ́ kí kọ́kọ́ kà síta. King Charles could be said to use a natural herbs and potion as opposed to chemotherapy. A royal expert has revealed that King Charles has reportedly always argued against chemotherapy and is in fact an advocate of things like natural herbs and potion. Èmi kọ́ ni mo sọ o, àwọn pépà mi ló gbé jáde pé ọba wa tá à ń pè ní King Charles ó lóun ò láìka òun máa ṣe chemotherapy ó ní ẹ fún mi lágbo àgbolẹ̀ Yorùbá ló ń sọ yẹn ẹgbọ́n sókè bishop àwọn kan dẹ̀ wá ń sọ pé rúbọ̀ ní ṣiṣẹ́ ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa ó máa ṣiṣẹ́ ọba àgbọ̀n sókè bishop.
Ọgbà Sátidé lọ́wọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ó gbé sá Sunday fún wọn.
Báwo la ṣe máa gbà padà báyìí bishop.
Bàbá ti gba Yorùbá nation àtún ayé wa tò.
Bishop, thank you so much for the time spent with us this morning. 56 minutes 19 seconds èmi àti Bishop fi sọ̀rọ̀ èní sì ní ọjọ́ Saturday a ti ṣe 2 hours ta ló máa san owó tèmi náà láàárọ̀ èmi náà ti send 8,000 sí ọ̀kan láàárọ̀ yìí ta ló máa fún mi ní £10 going grandma awoniyi ẹ ṣe gan-an káàárọ̀ mà ààrẹ tó fi sanwó fún mi láàárọ̀ yìí account details mi mo fẹ́ náírà o èmi náà ní the pounds la fẹ́ sọ́ńkì mórí ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ àròlé Odùduwà ó ní ìṣẹ̀ṣe làgbà àṣà ti rí wọn báyìí nísìn àṣẹ Prince Charles náà mọ bó ṣe ń lọ ó dà phone line yẹn mo rí pé bishop ló bá wa engage ọ̀rọ̀ tó dẹ̀ ń bá wa sọ ó wà important ó ṣe kókó mo rí pé TJ ti pé mo mọ̀ bó ṣe wà lórí ètò sí lórí TikTok mọ̀ bí ọ̀kan bá ń lo Koiki kan lórí TikTok 419 lẹ́ni yẹn èmi ò sí lórí TikTok èmi àti TikTok àti dàrú but mo wà lórí Twitter space mixlr wa ó ṣe ní hiccup there a máa padà sórí ẹ̀ in full transmission ẹ fún wa ní owó ká fi ṣe a lot of operation media owó ló ń run owó ni media ń lò tàbá rí £50,000 báyìí nísìn oníkan tá a máa ṣe ẹ̀yin gan máa rí but nígbà tá a ti rí 50,000 GoFundMe la set up àìtí rí £1,000 lórí ẹ̀ kí ló dé ẹ pè sórí ètò nọ́mbà tẹ máa fi pè kó tó di pa máa continue program yẹn à ń fi ṣe do 3 hours lọ so mo ti ṣe 2 hours 29 minutes so far a sì lè gba kọ́ọ̀bù méjì mẹ́ta sí +44 74 0440 5917. Èmi ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ti King Charles òun ti já sí àwa láì tí já sí ká ṣe máa dúró de King Charles kó wá sọ fún wa pé ká lọ gba Yorùbá nation ó fi pé King Charles ó fi ojú ẹ̀ lẹ́wọ̀ ṣe fi pé ó máa sọ fún yín òun ló sọ yìí King Charles could be set to use natural herbs kí ló ń pè ní natural herbs ẹ ṣe gan ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àkáǹtì ló ń scroll nísàlẹ̀ yẹn fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ mọ àkáǹtì tán ẹ má bínú ẹ tẹ́ wà mí báyìí mo ṣó yín ní King Charles yẹn so ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣó yín báyìí so kó tó di pé a máa padà wá sí so ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Koiki Facebook because laptop méjì mo fi ń stream níbí báyìí so it's a very difficult one kódà Washington Post náà ló sọ mí báyìí àwọn náà sọ the same thing King Charles has sometimes clashed with establishment on cancer care so òun náà á fi wá lo nǹkan pè ní herbs kí ló dẹ̀ ń pè ní herbs àgbo ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé King Charles ló ní ká lọ máa ṣe rúbà ẹ ṣe gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àròlé Odùduwà owó kan wá kéré every little help bá wa gbọ́n ṣàwò account mi ló ń stro yẹn a lè máa ṣiṣẹ́ ìka wa náà ní béèrè owó èmi á máa béèrè ní gbogbo gbà Ọlọ́run adé máa fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń bá wa ṣe náà tí ẹ fi ń fún wa kò ní tán níbẹ̀ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín grandma Awoniyi àti wọ̀nyí grandma so let's come back to our own program. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí ibi ìbàmú kọ̀fẹ́ kẹ́yìn náà kẹrin eléyìí ní ká subscribe Washington Post òun lọ ní kí yẹn wá subscribe nísìn àwọn òfin fún yàn ní kankan lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ so mo kọ̀fẹ́ kẹrin ká tó move on so màá lè padà sí normal screen mi eléyìí náà ni mo show wọn ní the other side so at least everybody can see it. So ìwọ tó ní Koiki máa jókòó sí UK kò ní dey play àwọn ọba ìlú yìí wọ́n mọ bó ṣe ń lọ ìwọ náà wo adé orí ọba yẹn crest tó wà níbẹ̀ wọ́n ní South Africa lọ ti gba diamond yẹn kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n gbà ó wọ́n já gbàgede ó lè gbé ó lè gbà ní òun lọ́rọ̀ wọn nílùú yìí but ibi báyìí lèmi ń gbé èmi ò ń bọ́ ọba ìlú yìí ìwọ lè bọ́ ọba ìlú yìí o so èmi ò lè bọ́ ọba ìlú yìí send me your Yoruba Nation send me the link Yoruba Nation money okay èyí tá ń béèrè yẹn ó dà ẹ jẹ́ ń send number bishop sí yín so bishop mo busy ju but mo lè send number bishop link yẹn ti wà lórí website òun náà la pè lẹ́ǹkan ẹ̀ www.rbebanking.org but ẹni tó bá ní the bishop number ẹ pè mí ẹ má ẹ ká máa ní doubting mind tá a bá ti ní doubting mind ìyẹn làwọn kan tó fi jẹ́ kí Dagboru woman tó pè rẹ̀ ní Dúpẹ́ 419 tó pè rẹ̀ ní Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì Ayabiola ní tó bá wọn kò bá má jà Ayabiola àmọ̀pá Abiola ẹkùn ẹ má bínú fún language yẹn ó gbé káàkiri ni so but the problem is she lied to us and she's still a liar kò ní ní adelé kankan tó ń gbé wá okay so if you are one of those still thinking that adelé ń bọ̀ ẹ máa dúró tí thy kingdom come èmi ò fi máa reference pé Jésù àbí Ànábì I have always said we must respect all our religion even if you are not practicing it but ọmọ babaláwo lèmi ọmọ Jésù ni mí ọmọ wòlíì ni mí ọmọ White Garment Church ni mí ọmọ àfáà ni mí kódà nígbà kan tó bá yẹ pé gbàtẹ́ mọ̀ mí dáadáa irùngbọ̀n mi ó tó yìí wàá bá wọn tẹ̀ glick ni mí bọ̀ nísìnyí mo ti já sí mo ti mọ bó ṣe ń lọ 3-1 so ẹ jẹ́ ká continue program bàbá ń bá lọ ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sórí self government Dúpẹ́ Onírọ́ 419 bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọmọ àlè Yorùbá 419 ni so you okay? I am still on it kí ló dé kí ni ẹ̀ ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. I've not finished. I'm still on it.
You started?
Yeah, I started a long time ago.
So why does it take you so long?
What is it taking me so long? Because I have to explain a lot of things. When you go to school, how many hours do you spend in school?
Long.
Long. Yeah, so I'm doing lecture for people as well. So it has to take long.
Why do you have to copy?
Why I have to what?
Why do you have to copy me and then
I'm not copying you.
You are.
How?
Because we're doing it at the same time. We leave like early.
Okay. All right.
And you're still in your light.
So where are you going now?
We're going swimming.
All right, love you. All right. Stop disturbing me. I'm still busy, okay?
I'm not going to be...
So, ìtàn bá lọ ni pé self-government. Nigeria is a 419. Mr. K sọ pé the TCN interview shows we have no leaders. Kí ni meaning TCN? Ẹ má bínú pé mo béèrè o. Pé gbogbo nǹkan náà kọ́ la mọ̀. Ẹ bá mi ṣe meaning ẹ̀. The TCN interviews shows we have no leaders. Mr. KZ4 nọ́mbà tẹ wá lọ ń lò yẹn 411 mo rò pé fẹ́ jọ bí 419 tá máa ń pè Nàìjíríà ni Mr. G Broski wọ́n ní it is Mr. Beast yeah Mr. Beast tàdúgbò wo ṣé Mr. Beast torí ṣe tó máa ń fún wọn lówó káàkiri lórí social media ọ̀bọ̀n ẹ̀ owó burúkú wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ òun ni number 1 YouTuber ọlọ́run mọ̀ bí ó ṣe rí bẹ́ẹ̀ but ó yé Elédùmarè. So when we talk about pé Yorùbá fi dá dúró, it is all about self-government. We want to have our own, love you, self-government. And kí là ń pè ní self-government? Self-government was likely to be approved within 5 years. Independent. As we speak right now, we don't have independent. And independent tiwa, and democracy tiwa, and sovereignty tiwa, and autonomy tiwa. All this is the reason Sashin Sopa fe kúrò nínú Nigeria. Many Yoruba kan rò pé torí Ìgbòho wọnú igbó lọ ó ń lé Fúlàní kí ló ṣe òun ló yẹ kó máa lé Fúlàní ni. No. A fẹ́ change tí òyìnbó dá sílẹ̀ tó ti change the narrative mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Mo kí bàbá Boboye, mo kí wọ̀nyí grandma àtẹ̀yìn tí ẹ̀ ń wò wá ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Yorùbá ti ní independent rí tẹ́lẹ̀, a ti ní democracy wa tẹ́lẹ̀ rí, a ti ní sovereignty tiwa tẹ́lẹ̀ rí, a ti ní autonomy tiwa tẹ́lẹ̀ rí kó tó di pé àwọn òyìnbó lè àwọn bàbá tiwọn níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. Tẹ́ bá lọ ka ìtàn yẹn just like bí Putin ṣe sọ history ti area tiwọn náà within the interview pẹ̀lú Captain Tucker àti Vladimir Putin. Very powerful exclusive interview over 2 hours in depth. BBC àwọn the bias corporation àwọn ti change the narrative jagbajagba ló ń sọ but ibi tá a fẹ́ lò kọ́ nìyẹn. So now let's go to ìlú kan tó ń pè ní nǹkan ṣe clash a sọ̀rọ̀ clash. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìlú wo lélẹ̀ Singapore and Malaysia. Mo kí ẹ easy mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin listeners wa torí àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n là ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n tá à ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò ní ṣiṣẹ́ o but wọ́n twist ẹ̀. Tá bá lọ wá leader tó dáa tó ń ṣe Tinubu bóhùn yìí kẹ́ lọ wá leader tó ju Tinubu tó ń ṣe Tinubu rárá tó ní brain bí Obama ẹ kàrọ̀ tó ní brain bí Obama kẹ́ lọ wá ẹni tó ní brain bí Tony Blair ẹ lọ wá ẹni tó ní brain bí whoever kẹ́ kó wọn sí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì Nàìjíríà. There will never be unity, there will never be peace, there will never be a workable government. So let us stop telling lies to ourselves. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ Yorùbá elite. Torí pé lọ́kàn yín, ẹ̀yin fi pé ẹ lè sọ fún wa níbi tí ó délé ní. Torí ilẹ̀ ti ṣí níbò mi bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. China ti wà ní òru. Àwọn Australia ti wà ní òru. Don't let Mokiyawa Bolúwa ti fẹ́. 2024 is for the Yoruba people. Operation Collect Your Glory Back. Mo like ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Mr. J.Y. sọ pé interview yẹn ó powerful gan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, it's a very very powerful interview. Ìyẹn interview tí Putin ṣe. The Western media is a biased media. They hate Africans that they are changing the narrative and they've changed the narrative for a very long time. Àwa la máa wá sọ pé no, we are not pleased. And we are not satisfied. Ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá kì í ṣe Nigerians. Nigerians was created by the British in 1914 for their own selfish and business. Nigeria is a business enterprise. Biafra máa fojú Nigeria hàn máa bo. Àwọn kókó tí ń rà bọ́n tí wọn kò sí tó kàn wọ́n. Àwọn government in exile under the leadership of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. They will fight the Nigerian army. They will do whatever it takes to protect their territory. Kò ní sí peace láàrin gbogbo wa until we come back and look for the roadmap to a peaceful dissolution. A sì lè ní peaceful dissolution. Mo kí Mr. Adeade. Ó ṣe ṣe kẹ́ máa rí àwọn wòrè kankan láàrin wa. Ẹ má wọrí. So, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo ìlú kan tó ń pè ní Singapore. Ta ló mọ̀ Singapore? Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí King Charles ó náà máa lo àgbo ṣe ti gbọ́ mama ó mọ̀ pé àìsàn tó ń ṣe yẹn cancer yẹn ó náà wọ́n lo chemotherapy ó náà àgbo lòun máa lo herbs kò ń wò tẹ̀ láìkí kímù yẹn rárá láti ilẹ̀ ó mọ̀ pé cancer kìíní ni ó máa ń ṣe lot of charity for cancer so ó ti sọ nísìn pé King Palace sọ pé kíní ló máa lo herbs bàbá tó já sí. Ta ló mọ̀ ló tán pè ní Singapore? Bàbá mi Adébánjọ ní Mr. Koikimedia. Nigeria is not a country o. Nigeria is an organization by the British Business Center. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni bàbá mi. Pastor Mo ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ ti jí ṣe dáadáa láwà àjọ wà lórí ètò lánàá ni. We all need to start reading about the history of Yoruba people. Àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ yẹn. Wọ́n fẹ́ ká máa wá irọ́ fúnra wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ type ìlú kan tó ń pè ní Singapore. I'm not gonna show their any YouTube video as much but kákọ̀ wo Singapore. Singapore. Ìlú tó dùn. Lánàá a sọ pé life expectancy Singapore Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹni tó bá ti ra ìwé bàbá Kítóyè, ẹ ṣé gan ni grandma tẹ́ tún rán mi létí. Orúkọ ìwé yẹn PDF ẹ wà lórí, but ó máa ń da kí a ní hard copy. Ẹ mọ̀, ó máa ń da kí wọ́n ní hard copy. Hard copy is very, very important. Ó máa ń da ká ní hard copy. Ó máa ń da ká ní hard copy. Ṣé tó bá fẹ́ ìwé tí bàbá Kítóyè kọ yẹn, professor, 60 copies wà l'Amẹ́ríkà bí ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ tí èèyàn kan ship lọ síbẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ máa tà at average of $100. Ẹni tó bá ní interest ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ so that ẹ lè rà lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ the PDF ẹ lọ sórí Koikimedia website ẹ bá níbẹ̀. But ẹ ká padà sórí Singapore. Èmi kúkú kọ́ mo sọ, if you are living in Singapore, ìlú tó pull out from Malaysia, nígbà wo ló pull out? Singapore pull out from Malaysia from what we are separated, not pull out, separated, which is what we are doing as well now. We want to separate from Nigeria, either through war or through peace means or through, dissolution, whatever it's going to happen. But Singapore started fighting to separate from Malaysia in 1964. It took them a whole 1 year. Ọdún kan gbáko. So èyí tẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ pé Yorùbá nation yẹ kó ti dé, lóòótọ́ yẹ kó ti dé, but it is still a movement. Ìrìn àjò tó ṣì ń lọ ni. And moreover, Nigeria has been running for 64 years, if not 63. The amalgamation has been running from 1914 to 2024, 1st of January, no man celebrated. That's 110 years. Britain, Oromileti Yami Toyin, Tosin 2020 lánàá, wọ́n ní Koiki kí ló dé tí Britain ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà kó pín. Mi kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ wo comment ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí social media pẹ̀lú mi láàárọ̀ yìí. Kí ni ìdí tẹ́ ṣe feel pé Britain tẹ́mi wá yìí? Because I live in the United Kingdom. I enjoy it for the last 2 decades, just like many Nigerians that have lived here, because it gives us opportunity and it gives us our own little freedom. But ìbéèrè tí mò ń bi yín láàárọ̀ yìí ni pé kí ló dé tí Britain kò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà kó pín? Ẹ bá ń fi sínú comment section. Lọ́dọ̀ tí yín, Mr. Adebanjo ní our problems in Yoruba land is those Fulani from Mali, Senegalese, Burkina Faso in our Yoruba land. They are our problem. But I want to call the problem. Britain is one of our problems, just like most Western countries as well. But in 1965, Arole Oduduwani, Britain is Ikoko Be1 in Nigeria. They've used Nigeria and they are still making use of Nigeria, and they don't want Nigeria to go. Nobody that is a diaspora that wants Nigeria will tell you this, but we are going to tell you because we know. So let's go back to Singapore. If you are living in Singapore as of 2020, your life expectancy is 83.74%. Ó máa pé 83 years going to 84 kí ọlọ́jọ́ tó dé. Kò wá ní pé disaster kan lè ṣẹlẹ̀ or accident lè ṣẹlẹ̀ and you will die. But if you are just living a normal life, even if you are sick, you're going out now. You're going out now. Go and take your iPad now. Even if you are ill, many of us will get to a stage in our life that something will be wrong with us and we will need medical assistance, just like the King Charles needs one as well. But King Charles is not just going to be using the chemotherapy. From what we are hearing, he'll be using herbs and potion to take care of his health care problem. Now, let's start breaking it down quickly before we go to how Singapore separated from Malaysia. How about that? We have some Nigerians that are living there, but at least we know that it's a good place. From what we are told, they've developed very fast, rapidly. They've prepared themselves that after they pull out from, I think this is in Singapore, I will tell you, This hotel. What is Singapore best known for? Kini Yoruba no wa known for. We are not fraudsters, we are not ritualists. It's just that we found ourselves in the shithole contraption called Nigeria that has converted almost every single one of our people into what they're not meant to be. But as long as we all refuse to accept that Nigeria that some of you want me to keep, which is for Britain alone, Ikoko Benwani, like my brother Oduduwa Arole said there, Ikoko Benwani. Britain loves Nigeria so much that they will tell you that they are giving you aid, they are giving you support, they're even giving us extra visa so that you can come and study, but you are going to need a lot of money to come and study here. Oh, they'll tell you to come on the COS so that you can become Ogumala. So Nigeria is Britain's milk. You know, breast milk is even better. So like Nigeria is like a breast milk for Britain. So we're not going there. Okay. But go and take your iPad. I'm monitoring my comment there. And stop disturbing me. Aboromo ye listen. Ikoko Benwani Nigeria. They love Nigeria so much that they are not going to let Nigeria dissolve straight away. Biafra will go, Arewa will go, Nigeria will. Some of you that are saying it's not going to happen. Like I said, and I'll continue to say, this is going to be my new phrase. We will destroy every goddamn thing so that ati talaka, atolowo, ati elite, ati middle class, we will all be equal. That will be the only option. If you refuse a proper roadmap to a peaceful dissolution of Nigeria, we will destroy everything. Beleso or Benimuso. We will destroy everything. Take it to anywhere. Who cares? We will destroy. We will destroy so that nobody will enjoy it. Because how can somebody from Mali come into Ibadan and just make those bomb blasts? But your governor says it's not a bomb blast. It is just an illegal mining with what are called water gel explosive. Hello, YouTube video, Timoshe. Now, let's look at a bit of background of Singapore. What is Singapore best known for? Remember that they fought. It was not the freedom that they bought from or they took from Malaysia easily. It was a freedom to separate so that they can have their own independent country and their children today can start enjoying. But we are still there in the hope that we would keep Nigeria, and the keeping of Nigeria is no longer viable. We can still come on the round table. I have a caller, is our regular, is my uncle, and he's here with me to give us his own analysis on the discussion that we have been taking in the last 2 hours, 49 minutes. I started this program 2 hours, 49 minutes ago. So if you have just joined, you haven't missed anything, but keep a comment, share the program, remember to donate. It is voluntary.
Cherry, everybody like your our listeners no only like it.
Okay.
Cherry, the first Cherry, our people, our northerners actually in formula on Funwa is one load division, one load subtraction. But formula power need additional and multiplication. Now, that only kicking me, totally yori. I need that to come as a northern Nigerian and southern Nigeria. No, South Korea, North Korea. Our mejeji, I need that to come unite our Igbo.
Okay.
I need the unity. I as a northern Nigeria, southern Nigeria.
Okay.
Unity láàrin wa, no ṣe máa ń cause division láàrin wa.
Okay.
Unity lè àwa àti àwọn Igbo kọ́kọ́ ní ìdùnnà, ká kọ́kọ́ break ẹ̀ sí méjì náà, ká kọ́kọ́ wà ní northern Nigeria, southern Nigeria.
Okay.
Now, àtàbàtì wá win nìyẹn, àwọn alájọba wá àgbègbè láàrin ara wa wípé ṣé Biafra ṣé pé nígbà yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ wa máa yẹra wa a máa ṣe referendum pé ṣé Biafra ẹ fẹ́ lọ Odùduwà a fẹ́ lọ a ṣe referendum, and that is after certain period tí àárín wọn ò bá wọ̀ èmi dẹ̀ sure wípé àwa àti Igbo a lè live together as one.
Okay.
But that fẹ́ live together as one náà wọn ò múyàn sí àṣẹ referendum olúkálùkù àwà ní ààyè ẹ̀. Pẹ̀lú àwọn ìwèrè ìtọ́hún yẹn kò síbi tá a lọ tá a bá ṣe ń sọ pé à unite láàrin ara wa pé a fẹ́ ṣe pé kí inú yẹn break lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà kí Odùduwà àti Biafra kan break lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà kó a lè reach to a lè achieve ìdàgbà jẹ ìlú wa. A ní láti kọ́kọ́ unite together náà kàbí fight àwọn àkọ́kọ́ lé ẹlẹ́yọ̀rọ̀ wọn jìnnà náà. Ṣùgbọ́n tábà tí ò bá ní unity láàrin àwọn àtàwọn Igbo a lè fight northerners. A ní láti kọ́kọ́ unite láàrin ara wa náà. Àkọ́kọ́ fight àkọ́kọ́ pín sí méjì náà. Tábà wá pín sí méjì làákẹ́sẹ̀ wá discuss láàrin ara wa pé ó yà ó Biafra ẹ wá ẹgbẹ́ lọ àwa Odùduwà náà fẹ́ lọ lọ́tọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ní pé ká ja ìjà yẹn wọ́n torí ẹ̀ náà ṣe ń lo division fún wa torí ẹ̀ náà ṣe ń cause èdè àìyedè láàrin àwa àtàwọn Igbo wọ́n mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Contribution tèmi nìyẹn o.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa. That is a very powerful one, and I guess I also align with that. We need to unite with the Igbos. Not unite that we want to set up a government together. Not unite because we like each other. Not unite because, but for the argument's sake, to pull out of Nigeria alone. Because they have their own hidden agenda at the back mind, just as we have our own hidden agenda, just as the Hausas. But we need to come together. It's not about Igbo, Lagos land or anything. We are talking about the whole Nigeria to pull it down, to pull that structure down. So that is a very good one. If you want to contribute as well, the line is still open, +44 74 044 05917. Let's look at the Republic of Singapore passport. For those of you that are watching me on Koikimedia, you'll be able to see the passport, but the intent we are loading Facebook and other platforms, you will not be able to see it because we are not showing you, the back screen of what I'm looking at right now. So what you can see now from the information, remember this is a country that pulled out from, I don't want to use the word pull out, to separate from Malaysia in 1965. Singapore pulled out from Malaysia, separate from Malaysia in 1965. August 9. Singapore separated from Malaysia to become an independent and a sovereign state. Independent and a sovereign state. That is what Babaki Toye, under his leadership, is asking for Yoruba people. We don't want an independent under Nigeria because we are not independent and we don't have the autonomy and we don't have a self-government. For us to have our own independence, it has to be to pull out from Nigeria and then we can start our own independent sovereign state. By now having our own currency, having our own economy, having our own military, having our own navy, having our own security agency, having our own relationship with the outside world. That is the reason we want Yoruba Nation. In case you are just one of those that have been brainwashed by the biased Western hypocrite media, or the ones that are being sponsored by the 419 Olori Buruku politicians in the country you call Nigeria. Nigeria is a crime scene, is a country that will not allow you to grow as a Nigerian anyway. Many of you will never grow because your life has been mortgaged in what is known as Nigeria today. Many Nigerians' lives are in mortgage, and that is the reason why some of us have come under the leadership of Professor Adebanji Akintoye to ask for one thing,
And I can confirm that Koikimedia team is currently live from, oh, this is one of my old videos. I'm just saying that our team are live, so we can take you straight to just be watching that on the side. I think we can just watch that while I'm talking, but we'll be moving in between. If you have two screens, you can monitor that. We are currently live at Kogbodoku, late Pa Eric Olumuyiwa Kogbodoku, where you can see free medical checkup, and that is currently going on right now. So what I'm going to do, we can show you the back channel of that so that you can be able to see what I'm talking about. Share the program, invite your friends. Koikimedia is working 24/7. My team is currently in Abeokuta right now, doing what they do best, showcasing what is happening, you know, in Yoruba land, which is what you have just been watching right now. So in time, all these three channels, you won't be able to see it. But as I speak to you right now, there's a live transmission going on right now in memory of late Pa Eric Olumuyiwa Kogbodoku. So that is currently going on right now. So we continue to pray for all our loved ones that have passed on. So you can be watching that. But those of us here, we won't be able to stick to this. I will have to move away from there. But if you have another screen, you can be watching that while I'm still live as well. So we can be doing multiple live, you know, that is Koikimedia. Triple DRS, no way we should go our separate ways. Everyone should stay in their lanes. Okay, that is coming from Triple DRS. I think one people means that when we say we should come together, not come together because of anything, but come together to make our work easier. Because Bawashem push, Belan Biafra. Our Biafra move. Konsepawa now move. We are moving. But what people are not saying is that Baba Konkpe Milano, only got to collect us Tinubu, don't take time. I will have to ask the question myself from, you know, the leader of the movement. Only by now, I got to collect us Tinubu. Only by now. So many questions are being asked, but the process is either it is a roadmap or we will go on the M1 with this kind of outfit. That's all. But if we do not want to go through the M1, which is going to be dangerous according to some people because they're saying that you don't have what it takes to fight the government. Yes, we don't have what it takes to fight the government, but you can also do what they call a lot of fighting that will not make Nigeria to be governable for everyone. That is what the IRA did with the British. We will come to their own country. So let's stick to Singapore. According to the Henley Passport Index 2023, Singaporeans, as they're calling you Nigerians, there's nothing called Nigeria, okay? We always try to use that there's nothing called Nigerians because Nigeria was only created by the British for their own selfish interests. So if you're one of those, I didn't know that as much as I knew now. So if you're still one of those that is still, I'm a proud, what do you mean you're a proud Nigerian? How can you be proud Nigerian than your own original, proper, indigenous Igbo, Hausa, Ishekiri, and the rest of the 200 and whatever ethnic groups march together and call Nigeria? Why should you be proud of that? So this is the lie. This is the crime scene that we have been told that we should be proud Nigerians. We are proud Nigerians. Okay, come to UK now. Come to UK. Go and buy your ticket and come to UK. You won't be able to. These are the lies. Oh, we are a Commonwealth citizen. How can you be Commonwealth citizen when you do not even have what it takes to be Commonwealth? Yeah, Jaden talks about the Berlin Conference. You're right. 1884. Some people call it the Congo Conference, when they divided the partition. So when we are sitting here and saying that we didn't know that before, because we were told in a book that I read that Mungo Park founded River Niger, the River Niger that has been there for a very, very long time. We were told lies. But we find out later that Mungo Park himself did what they called exploration into our territory to find River Niger there, but they now told us, and they wrote this in a book, and every Nigerian read this book to believe that until years after, we are sorry. So going back to Singapore, which is the country, we talked about the American yesterday, the focus this morning is Singapore at 10:41. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. I know some of you are like, Nigeria. No, how old was Awolowo, the late legend? Whatever some talk about him, is still a legend for us. How old was he? Yes, you're right, Jason Addison. Europeans should be telling us. The question even is, how many are these Europeans? Look at the 27 countries from the European countries. Some of them are not even up to population of my local government. But yet they have a prime minister that is dictating what happened in Africa. That is madness. They partitioned the border. They created enmities, hatred among the borderline. We hate each other. And yet, many still think that we should keep quiet in 21st century because we want to save Nigeria. We will sink Nigeria. It will not rise back again like Titanic. As a Singaporeans, you are likely not to be stopped at any airport around the world with a Singapore passport. I, as a Nigerian, I have traveled not to so many countries because I didn't have the privilege to have been to so many, but the few countries I've traveled to, you will go with a Nigerian passport and automatically you are already indicted for a crime that you did not commit, but your country has committed it, because we have all kinds of criminals. From the Yoruba, they are criminals, the Igbos are criminals, the Hausas are criminals, but we are also saying that let us now identify the real criminals among us. Let us identify ourselves as the indigenous people rather than as Nigerians. This is where we are having clash with the idiot that call themselves Nigerians that are waiting for my mom doesn't like me to use the word the white people. So Tiban Lo Oyinbo is because my mom say white. So the Oyinbo people created Nigeria, and you still want me to believe the Oyinbo people that lied to my forefathers and pull out the best out of the territory that belongs to me. We will collapse it on your head. You, these politicians, it's a matter of time. As someone that has a Singapore passport, or known as a Singaporean, I'm a proud Nigerian, any day, anytime, because you watch football. It's not about the football. It's about the future of our lives now that we're talking about. A Singaporean would travel to 192 countries. I hope I'm right. Yes. Singapore has taken the first place on the latest ENLIT passport index, a country that separated from Malaysia in 1965, but they fought for 1 year from 1964. So when I say we are going to fight, prepare your mind that we might fight, and it might not be fighting, it might just be a velvet divorce. Everybody goes their separate way. But if politicians think that they'll look, Bola Tinubu is in his 70s, I am still in my 40s. So that means that even if you say that it's not going to happen now, he will be old, I will still be younger by the time Nigeria will collapse. Bola Tinubu might be strong now because he has the wealth, he has the connection. But it will get to a stage like Papa Adebanjo. Go and see Baba Adebanjo at 95. He will not be able to do 100 meters. He has to be held with one hand and his walking stick like that. How can I assist indigenous Africans? ? Why can't borders stop Nigeria based on their passport? This is why we are saying there needs to be a review of this contraction called Nigeria. The first thing is, let us first talk about the roadmap, whether we still want to be identified as Nigerians or not. We will not be the first country not to be identifying themselves with a country that was put together by the crazy empire of the time. Singaporeans enjoy visa-free access to 192 travel destinations out of 227 worldwide, with Japan falling to the third place. 3 European countries are in second place: Germany, Italy, and Spain. I should come to California. If you support and sponsor us, I will come to California. You know, why not? Jason Addison, are you based in California? What part of Africa are you from, or what part of the world, should I put it that way, are you from? Because we know that many Africans were migrated to the US during the colonial era on the slave trade, and we all know what happened. So what part of California are you from? California is a very lovely place. I've never been to America, but hopefully one day. But I do speak my language, so I'm sure, I don't know whether you understand Yoruba or not. But thank you so much for joining us this morning from California, if that is your base where you're watching from. So let's go back to what led to the separation. Something always, even if Nigeria was working, Scotland is working for the Scottish people, but they are not satisfied. Oh, you grew up in LA. That's Los Angeles, I guess. Thank you so much for being part of the program this morning. Malaysia was together with Singapore, but at 1965, now, can somebody quickly tell me 1965 to date? How many years is that? Quickly, in the mamas. 1965 till 2024. So that we can work out how long it took Singapore to build what we can now see as a strong economy. You play ball with a few from Nigerian. Okay, yes. I mean, there's so many Nigerians, I guess, in the part of LA, California. But we have all been told we're Nigerians, only for us to now realize that there's nothing called Nigeria, is what the British created to call Nigeria. It was created in 1914, known as the fraudulent amalgamation. If you want to know much about what I've been discussing, because you might probably still be catching up, you can go on my website. There is so much details, Koikimedia.com. And if you need any questions, you can ask questions from the comment section. But I'll still appreciate as many of you that are watching that are not even from Africa, or they are not from our own territory. 1965, and we've done just 3 hours. 59 years. Thank you so much. So in 59 years, if you are Singaporeans, their forefathers fought for them to be enjoying today. So what we are doing presently, we are preparing the next generation not to go through, have to run to UK for visa, for COS, JAPA, to America, to Libya, to wherever around the world. We can build our own Yoruba government where we can have a strong relationship around the world, strong economy, have our own self-government, because Nigeria does not have what is going to give you. So if you're one of those thinking, it go better one day, it go better until your father died. Yeah, do tell your body about me. I'm sure you must probably know about me. If not, just share this link with him. Say you watch this crazy guy talking about the breakup of Nigeria. I'm sure is either he is aligning with us, or is still one of those that doesn't really understand the in-depth. It's not about Davido singing in LA or California. It's not about Tiwa Savage. It's not about Burna Boy. It's about the future of the indigenous people known as the Yorubas. And we have been in existence before the exploration of the Portuguese in 1500. So we have been existing before the exploration of the Portuguese. But what we are saying now is that the lies that have been prepared for so many generations of days, that we should save Nigeria in your house for the British, because that is what you're actually doing. Why some of you will never even be given opportunity to travel like a Singaporean that can move around with their visa, with their passport, without needing a visa to travel to anywhere in the world. I am still OLAYOMI KOIKI, known as Koikimedia, bringing the world closer. We should be winding down because I've done 3 hours and I think I need a short break. So we're going to stop on Singapore this afternoon or this morning, depending on the time zone around. But let me read this quickly before we go. On the 9th of August, 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia to become an independent and sovereign state. Take those two words. Independent. Some of you say, we have independent. We got independent in 1960. Who gave you the independent? The British gave the North to rule over the other ethnic groups because they knew that we are much important. They knew that we are much intelligent than the northern part of Nigeria. I thought the British were the biggest threat. Well, maybe before, but they are no longer, because their empire continued to fold up and collapse on them. The last empire is Nigeria. We will fold it up and collapse it on their head if they do not find a lasting solution to it as quickly as possible. The separation was the result. I want us to listen to this area. It was a result of a deep political, economic differences between the ruling parties of Singapore and Malaysia. Why are we having problems in Nigeria? The northern part of Nigeria think that they own us. Kò ní dá fún wọn. Wọ́n ní ṣoríire. Kò ní dá fún gbogbo àwọn northerners yẹn. Tinubu, deal with them. We might not line in the same sense, but deal with those idiots. Only take it back. Deal with them. If you like, you are from the north. Cry from now till thy kingdom come. Tinubu is still the president, and he can do and undo. If you like, let him move everything back to Lagos. Who cares? Idiot. You were in power for too long. You manipulated every single one of us. You enjoy Nigeria more than any other Nigerians around the world. You will never see a northerner that there's not even called anything north, because we know that the north are taken away because we have the Fulanis that have over you. Ganjude, the APC chairman, is a bloody Fulani man, and is also a sponsor of Boko Haram, just like El Rufai, the short man devil. So Tinubu, deal with them. We might not agree with you on everything, but you are the president. Deal with them. So this is what created the same problem in Malaysia and Singapore, just like we are finding the solution to our problems. The solution is not election. Hey, I'm going to vote. Hey, if I don't vote, somebody's going to get weary. What makes a difference? Hey, Koiki, stop telling us not to go and vote. If we are not going to vote, who is going to become the president? Somebody's still going to be there. Let us pull out of Nigeria. That's what we said. Idiot all over the place. What led to the separation of Singapore from Malaysia is what I'm discussing before the end of this program in the next few minutes. Some of you say, Koiki, they don't bring any tension, no, which created communion tension that resulted in a racial riot. There was a racial riot in July and September 1964. There will be a tension in Nigeria if you refuse to let Nigeria go, or we will collapse it on your head. Tell who needs to know about this. It's going to happen. Because in 1964, there was also what they called racial riot that led to the collapse of what they called Singapore and Malaysia. It will happen in Nigeria. It's building up. Even if the Yoruba people are not ready, Nigerians will push and they will do what needs to be done, and everything will fold up. And that is why Showore is asking for revolution. Everybody knows the end game. The end game is that there will be civil disobedience that will lead to riot. Multiple people will be killed. They will kill the soldier. Soldier will kill innocent people. Nigeria will collapse, and every world will start talking about sitting back on the round table and dissolve this unity that has failed to work for 100 years prior. That is what is going to happen. We are just making sure that we prepare many of you your mind. Hey, sit down in London and be talking like that, weary. You will see. In Singapore, Malaysia, in 1964, from what I'm reading here, it says, what created the tension? Economic differences between the ruling parties of Singapore and Malaysia. Today, the Northerners are not comfortable with Tinubu because that they were in power for 8 years. Nobody could talk to the idiot, sadist, bombastic person called Buhari, dead or alive, like I always call him, because I don't know whether he's dead or he's alive. So everyone must suffer me tension. Tension till we're in Nigeria already. What we need to do now is push that tension out and pull it down so that everybody goes their separate ways. And look on the tension. There has always been tension in every world that people separate. Because si tension. Tension mawa. Bomb bastards telling me Many of you now are crying. They are crying. I have evidence. Let me show you this one. When I was here crying 3 years ago that we should stop it now, you say, look at what this woman says.
Country. Please, this government work, if they cannot protect,
Please, don't open your yash. Woman, don't open your yash. Who wants to see your yash? Is it yash only you go open? Why don't you go open again? Yeah. Did you say you go open your breast as well? Did you see? Did you see what they've turned our people to? The woman said we go open our yash. Do you know what yash means? Bottom, ed, and we go open our breast. Why are you going to do that? I think we need it to go a little bit louder. It's in the morning, so let me turn my speaker on so that you can hear it properly. I am Koikimedia. We will dissolve Nigeria from outside. I'm going to speak on you. Telling me Nigeria is going to work. Idiot all over the place. You want to fix Nigeria. The Nigeria that my grandmother died at 90 plus. 90 plus, my grandmother died and Nigeria was unfixable. My grandmother died at the age of 90. Okay, Walata, Olori Ebi. Walata is my Olori Ebi. He came here yesterday and he did a lot of jobs as usual when it comes to this house. We love you, we appreciate you, sir. Oh my God, where is my speaker? It's good to have this sound come out properly. I don't even know where I put my speaker. Ah, it's here. It's behind me. Okay, let's open this one so that it gives us they feel heat. So make I open the window small. That's a row. Chefeko la dadabi. Keke okus mokin simple rahim salafia. E fọkàn balẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ẹ̀dọ́ tẹ́ wà nílé. Ṣé rí gbogbo jìgìjìgì tó ń ṣe fún yín tó ń dẹ́rù bà yín sójà. 1,000 to 1 or 3 or 5 or 10 of them. They'll kill 300 of us, but the remaining 700 will do what we need to do. Let's listen to this woman.
Country. Please, this government work, if they cannot protest, we Yalaja, we go up our yash, we go up our breast, we go protest. Too much stubbornness, too much for this country. But before you win, we go fight. The stubbornness is too much. Please, man, find solution for this things. It's too much. Gary 2,000 naira. Since when my father bought me, I now buy 1,000 naira pence of Gary. There's it's 2,000 naira now. It's too much. The savannah is too much. Even saying rice, the retail one rice up to 1,200 naira. For what reason? It's too much to buy meat. Even the commercial don't rise up. Two fish for Chicago, 1,200 naira. 3 of the pieces of it. It's too much. Bàbá wa ṣàánú wa, bọ̀dá wa ṣàánú wa, ìyà yìí pọ̀ ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ ṣàánú wa ó ti pọ̀ jù, ebi ń pa wá, ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé ìyà jẹ Nàìjíríà yà ń jẹ wá ọkọ̀ country. Please, if government work, if they cannot protect, we Yalaja, we go open our yash.
Hey, don't open your yash, please. Maybe we should listen to a man, because this woman is talking too much. Let's listen to another man, because I think this my brother is saying his own from another angle. Oh yeah.
Àtúrọ̀mọ́ pure water báyìí pé kó lọ ra pure water wa. Pure water ń sìn ó ti di báàgì méjì 500. Kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀? Èwo ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí? Kí ló tún kọ pure water omi tá fi ń dáná? Omi tá fi ń dáná. Kí ló dé pé gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ìnira ti pọ̀ jù? Ìnira pọ̀ jù Lagos State yìí. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Nígbà tẹ́ ń ta pure water láti inú mọ́tò méjì 500 báàgì méjì 500 láti inú mọ́tò àwọn tó máa tún ta kó lè lọ máa tà kí ló pé ìnira á pọ̀ jù ní Nàìjíríà ìnira ti pọ̀ jù àtìgbà tí Buhari ti bọ́lẹ̀ báyìí ni Buhari ti gbé lọ́ọ̀fù ló ti gbé ìfẹ́ lọ kò sífẹ̀ẹ́ mọ́ ìnira ayé ti pọ̀ jù epo wọn àsọ̀rọ̀ gàrí wọn àsọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan wọn àsọ̀rọ̀ ṣé bí ọ̀tà omi dáàmú lẹ́tún jẹ́ kó wọ́n omi tó so omi tó lọ́hùn dà tó tó ń ṣe pé bóyá pé kínní òun lẹ tún jẹ́ kó wọ́n. Ibo la ń lọ lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, ibo la ń lọ báyìí, ibo la ń lọ. Tó bá yẹ pé ogun la máa jà tí gbogbo èyí máa fi solve, tó bá yẹ pé ogun la máa jà tí gbogbo ìyà tí àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù ń jẹ yìí láti ní jẹ mọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká kúkú jagun, ẹ tó bá máa kú kó kú, ẹ tó bá máa yè kó yè. Ìnira àtẹ̀ní wọn lára yóò ti pọ̀ jù, ẹ̀yin nìkan lè gbádùn. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gan? Ṣé ilẹ̀ gbé ìwọlé síbẹ̀ ni?
You did you hear that word? Ẹ̀yin nìkan lè ń gbádùn. Ṣé rí ìgbádùn yẹn? We will destroy that ìgbádùn fẹ́yìn náà. Ẹ̀yin náà ní gbádùn. Ó kù díẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Ẹ ní gbádùn. Ẹ ń fi àjà wọn èèyàn. Ẹ ní gbádùn. We will destroy every goddamn thing. Ẹ ní gbádùn. You see what you've led our people to. Ẹ má worry, ẹ̀yin brothers and sisters. That anger that I started 3 years ago is just loading. I just hope that there will be more pressure in the economy that will lead to that kind of anger. These are the kind of anger I want to see now. I came out with that anger. You all told me that I'm crazy. You told me that I have mental problem. Now, every one of us, we hit the road together. I don't believe in one Nigeria. At I believe we will all move out in our millions and let them, every single one of us, and see if Nigeria will still exist. Let's go back to Singapore. You can see that the young man says, "Ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ ń gbádùn, tó bá jẹ́ ogun ni ká jẹ ogun." You can see why I say that let us fight it now so that we can save the next generation. Many people are committing suicide. This is something that comes to my desk. Some of them, we cannot even talk about it on the social media. You know, when somebody commits suicide, it's not something that we are proud of as Yoruba people. Unloadingly. Maybe you didn't know the young woman, because she's not a girl, and Tobati Gunyon Tonidi is a woman, died in Ikorodu. She worked in the bank. She died because there was a pressure. They could not find her because her phone kept ringing on her desk, and they were wondering that Tobate issue gon se don she menstruation. Oh, je ko ti jade. By the time they opened the door, they couldn't open the door. She's gone. They went to get a carpenter, opened the door. She drank sniper. She died. This happened this month of January. She worked in the bank. So some of you that are looking at me as the traitor for Yoruba land, no problem. No problem. Okay? No problem. Be administrator. Be an olóṣèlú administrator. Bá ṣe máa wọlé ó kù díẹ̀. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Every one of us should go and prepare our mind for the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is, as stated on how Singapore pull out from the economic differences. And I'm going to read that. And like I said, we're going to start winding down. It created communion tension that resulted in racial riot in July and September 1964. At a press conference announcing the separation, then Singapore Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew was overcome by emotions and broke down. The emotion of keeping Nigeria is what is happening with Yoruba people. You are still feeling this attachment and emotion to a country that has disaster. A country has collapsed. A country has corrupt. You are still attaching emotion to it because of Davido, because of Tiwa Savage, because of Burna Boy, because of who? You are feeling emotion. You are attaching your emotion, your cord to Nigeria that has created the evil crime against humanity where genocide is happening. Koni dafu gbogbo and shorire. Bomb bastard. You are feeling emotion to where massacre is happening, genocide, ethnic cleansing. It is happening on a daily basis for over 20 years. And yet, some of you are still feeling emotion to that bastard country. Listen to this again.
In this state is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in this state, and of course, in all the riverine states of Nigeria. we must resist it. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
That was something that was said about 10 years ago. You would thought that government would have come in and stopped the ethnic cleansing. Plateau State has become a massacre. Southeast has become a massacre. All over the world, it has become something that we are waiting for them to come and rescue us. We will have to first rescue ourselves before anybody is coming to rescue. I got to go now because, like I said, I've spent enough time already. I need to go and take a short break again and re-engine myself because I need enough energy to continue the fight. This is not a fight for myself. It's a fight to save the next generation from the atrocity of the genocider, the crime against humanity committed by the present administration and also the previous one and the previous one and the previous one and the ones that led to fraudulent amalgamation by the British in 1914 that led to the first ever rigged election by the British in 1959. Nigeria will collapse. The journey of that collapse has started. Not today. It started a long time ago. We are the new breed of generation from Yorubas. We destroy everything we got to destroy so that we can free ourselves from the shackles of what is known as Nigeria. Thank you so much to my beautiful mother for bringing me to this world at this particular time in the history of mankind. We will destroy that. We will destroy it. It's a matter of time. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a blessed weekend ahead. And I hope you join us as the streaming is still going on in Abeokuta. I guess the youth meeting will be coming up later. Join those platforms streaming it. I'm going to be busy at the back end later. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. Make sure you stick to this channel. This is the truth channel. This is the only channel that can prepare your mind for the breakup of Nigeria. Thank you, Jason Anderson. Thank you for standing with us. And thank you for every one of you from America to the 7 continents of the world. I might not be perfect. You might not like my utterances. Mandela was a terrorist. I did took a brother of mine that came from Canada to that ray where Mandela's statue was there. That picture is saying that you might be telling them that Nigeria is not going to break. We are the terrorists, blah, blah, blah. British know that we are not terrorists. The real terrorist is the Boko Haram. We know that. I know that. You might not know that. But one day, history will remember every single one of us for the task and the job that we've put out, even though it has taken a lot of my financial resources. But I will manage for now. That resources, which drain, ni ma drain Nigeria. It will happen. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Mo sì ipò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀.
OLAKUNLE.